Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of All Fun and Dice, session 20 or 20th session.
20th session.
20.
So as you guys can see fairly clearly, we are down one player tonight. Rachel is not feeling well, so she will not be joining us tonight. But we are gonna trudge our way through the plane of air, just the four of us tonight. It'll still be a great time. Yeah. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else that needs to be said. We'll wait a second just to make sure that vocals are good and all that jazz. For all you all in chat to comment on that.
Yeah, let us know if it sounds good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't believe there's anything else we need to say stream-wise, Travi?
Can't believe we're on session 20.
I know. I can't believe it either.
Oh man.
Old
It's
man.
like session 1 was just like one day ago.
If you think about it, we're 60 hours in because we each. That's about right.
Yeah, after tonight we'll be about
more than that.
about 60.
Yeah. It's pretty
Because we average probably 3 hours
Session?
per session, yeah.
Yeah.
Because some go long, but we have had some short sessions recently because they have had some pretty good timing.
Yeah.
Right? Are we
I
good to
think
go?
I think we're good. I mean,
Okay.
I just listened to the audio on here and it sounds okay. I mean, it's good.
Okay, then as long as we're good,
Perfect.
I'm gonna jump straight in. So, having found themselves stranded on the back of a giant flying whale and surrounded by a group of strange monkey people with billowing voices of sky and storm, our party surrendered themselves in hopes of survival. After an agonizingly long flight, the party found themselves thrust into cages in a town seemingly made up of hundreds of flying ships anchored together in the endless void of the plane of air. With no way to communicate with the locals and little hope, Eerie was revealed to have copied the face of a golden-haired monkey man. This, coupled with an extremely exemplary fainting act, the attention of one of the locals was caught, and the group was whisked away to a small, isolated boat. Once inside, an elegant gift man named Tyrilius explained much to our heroes, including Eerie's existence as a changeling and possibly a way back home. We begin tonight's session in the wake of Tyrilius' exit, with Lonan's truths fresh on their mind, with promises of more questions each, and safe passage home. So Tyrilius just exited the room. You guys are sitting in the small opening chambers of his boat, covered in a large quantity of like quilts and tapestries, candles burning, sitting on cushions on the floor as the door closes behind.
So we already did our friendship circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are all
That
huddled.
was where we ended.
We had
right?
real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are huddled currently.
Yeah. Well, I could use a nap, guys.
Do you guys want to eat corn before or after?
I'll have some corn now.
Okay.
I'll also have some corn now.
Okay. I'll
Is that
give
you,
my
Eerie?
corn.
Yes, who else would it be?
A little raspy.
A little raspy, but I guess that's how you are now.
I'll hand out my corn meals, so you get corn puree, you get corn on the cob. I'll take like the corn on the cob,
Okay.
and then I'll just give you some corn as well.
I wonder if they even know what corn is here. They don't have any ground to grow
Hey,
plants,
it's all in the air, right?
right?
I bet this
wonder-
would be worth a lot.
You know, food might be extra expensive here.
True.
I don't even know if they have money.
True.
That's a good question. And also, I was actually thinking about that. How would we pay for things if we need to get around? It's just goodwill, it seems.
Maybe like we trade favors.
Or like,
Is that little monkey guy still in the room with us?
No, he had exited on the other side of the room to the
Azo?
outside.
Azo's name?
A
A
cannon.
Kano.
a Kano.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think once we rest up, seems as if we need to find the ship that we need to get to as well too, correct?
Yeah, Kano's ship.
Do we have to find out? I don't know if we should sleep right now. Perhaps we should find out when it leaves.
Well, I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm really tired. It's been a pretty traumatizing
I'd
day.
like to take a rest.
Well,
It is hard though. The sun doesn't go down. There's not even a sun.
we've been through a lot. Is this like a dark room?
Yes, there's some candles lit around the room to give it like a kind of like atmosphere, but it's not bright. It's like
Okay.
dark light.
I'll blow out
Dim
the
light.
candle.
There's candles.
I'll blow out the candles.
Okay. In the room, other than the small like slit around the door to the outside, there isn't very much light bleeding into the room from anywhere.
well,
Yeah.
good night, everyone.
Might as well rest up.
Good night.
We'll rest up. So, are we taking a short rest or a long rest?
Long.
Yeah, long rest.
Okay.
Right.
So, everybody just roll a d20 for me.
I'm just gonna edit my character fast.
Oh, pretty
Three.
good.
Always something bad.
Always the best sleep.
14.
18.
18. So, Gray, you will fitfully awaken after a not so amazing sleep. In an uncomfortable position, somehow having no cushions or tapestry blankets on you at all.
Yeah, the armor is like digging in.
To the dark, you can see the faint forms of your friends, slow breathing, their chest rising and falling around you.
Just another good night's sleep. And then, is there any other candles lit or anybody else in the room?
You only see the three bodies, and no candles are lit currently.
I'll do one of those things in the morning where you're like pretending to sleep, or your eyes are just closed.
You're like the first one to wake at the sleepover,
Yeah, and then I'll just try to. Maybe I'll get 2 more minutes.
okay.
Okay.
You try a little unsuccessfully, but you do eventually hear Lonan's breathing falter. They kind of, not like in a dramatic way or like in a startling way, but you hear his voice kind of like go from the change from the slow deep breathing of sleep to kind of like he like has realized that he's awake.
Good morning.
Just
Morning.
just to the void. Like you have barely even opened your eyes.
Good morning.
It's like the alarm went off.
Yeah.
Morning.
And
Wow.
Pippin, you hear these acknowledgements of good morning.
Is
Good
it
morning.
morning already?
I don't really know.
It's hard to tell because
It's
you know,
always morning.
we can never tell if
Yeah.
it's daytime or nighttime at this point.
It is hard to tell. There's just a constant,
Yeah.
ever-present light.
Do you think they can know? How do they tell time?
I'm not sure.
We
There's
should
a lot
ask.
we don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. What are you guys gonna ask for your final question?
We do have a final question.
Yeah.
Too.
Should we find out about the world
For
ourselves,
Tyrellius?
or like how to
Should-
get out?
I already have a question prepared.
Like, is it?
My question is for a bath and a change of clothes.
That's
I've
your
been-
question?
Yeah, we've been wearing these clothes since we fell through the portal. Mine's like full of holes.
Should we all come together and decide what questions we need to ask? Perhaps like we all kind of.
That's what we're doing right now.
Do you think we would be?
But are you asking for a change of clothes yourself, or is it for everybody?
For everybody.
Of course.
I want to make sure that upon going through the portal, that we need to make sure that nothing's going to happen to us. That's my question, and we need to make sure that if it does, here's the problem that I see with going back to our plane. What happens if one of us gets lost? What happens if one of us goes? If all three of us go through and one person gets sent elsewhere?
That could happen.
I mean, I
Right,
feel like
and
this whole plan is dangerous.
So
Yeah, no matter what we do, there's going to be risks.
We're trapped on the plane of air. We have to go to an empire tomb and climb
Yeah.
a tower.
Yeah.
This
we have to
sounds
get
like-
to the shattered continent. I don't
Yeah.
even know what that is, but that sounds terrifying.
It's almost like sounds like one of those missions that we would hear about in the war where they just all die.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be really dangerous probably.
and at what point do we say that it's not worth it and just figure out a different alternate way?
Well, what's an alternative that's safer
I
Living
don't
with
know.
the
Is there a way
monkeys.
without being teleported? I don't know.
to get home?
Yes,
I don't think so.
I've heard. I mean,
I don't
what
think
I've
we
heard
could
stories
take
about like people not plane shifting, but like perhaps would I think that there's a way to take a ship there without teleporting?
You wouldn't know anything about how to traverse the plane of air or how to
Is it
exit or
possi-
enter.
Is it possible that we could take the ship and go the long way, which might take a few years, but guarantee that we all get there?
What's
Well,
the long one?
What's the long one?
I'm not
Also,
too
it's
sure.
not our ship.
I guess.
It's somebody else's. We're just getting a ride and we're going to help out, I think. I think that's what Tyrellius said. We can help out, run the ship, and then we get to travel on it.
I've never worked on an airship before.
I didn't even know airships existed.
Am I right?
Maybe we can bring this technology back to our world.
Yeah, they had quite a lot, like that bug, that gun thingy. The
yeah,
net thing.
it had electricity or
Yeah,
something.
the zapper.
Do you think we're worried about leaving too quickly without knowing more about this plane? Maybe there's something here that we could use that could help us on the back in our world.
Well, I don't think it's like we're gonna get home like a 1-day trip on the boat. Like we have to travel to a continent here still, a shattered continent. Like we're probably gonna learn about the plane on our way. I don't know how much we can learn from these monkeys and their weird religion.
Well,
Well,
we can't even talk to them.
As Gray mentioned that, no, we can't now. As he's mentioned that
There's only 2 people that we can talk to.
we can talk to the.
We can
The
talk to
captain
Kano,
and the gift.
and he has like rudimentary common. And Tyrelius said that he's only gonna answer a question each.
Yeah.
Right, Akano seems to be our connection at this point.
We're gonna be on his ship, right? So if we're traveling with him for I don't know, a long time, you can ask him all the questions you want.
I have quite a few questions. I was more thinking that we've talked about selling potions, correct?
What do you mean?
We've talked about selling potions.
I've already done that.
No, but what I'm mentioning is that perhaps there's a potion here that is not in our plane that you can make and bring back to our world and sell for quite a bit.
That sounds like a good idea. You know, I'm really interested in this Montello alchemist figure they've spoken about here.
I think before going back, we need to find out the contraption that was aimed at you, whether it's for freezing you or setting you on fire of any sorts. We need to find out perhaps maybe a potion we can bring back to the plane that could get us well off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think that if we're going to be spending quite a lot of time together, it'd be nice to maybe set up some sort of home together. I don't know if that's something that you guys would have thought about.
Sure, I think that would be a good idea.
Setting up a home here?
No, sorry, in the plane, in our last world.
And where we come from.
Right.
And
Yeah.
oddly enough, I was curious if anything with these potions might be able to change or alter my appearance.
Well, I do know that I could probably whip something up that could prolong your shifter form. But other than that,
The problem with my shifter form, it seems like everyone at the old, might be able to recognize me.
well, I think that we've got really a long journey ahead of
Mhm.
us to think about what we can do.
Okay.
But
Just
for the
thoughts
most
about it
part,
right now.
I think our goal right now is to try to get home, right?
Yeah.
I know I have some work I need to do when we get back to the material plane, and Erie has a family. So,
I just want to set my feet down on some solid ground. Again.
yeah, we're just sitting on like carpet, and I think there's just wood, and then below the wood, there's just sky
We're
forever.
just on a plane.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're on a big boat in the air. Scary.
but I think that that's a good plan. What do you think, Erie?
Yeah, Erie.
Erie does not respond.
Oh, she's sleeping.
Oh,
She's a deep sleeper.
she's had a lot happen to her recently.
Roll perception.
Oh no, she's gone.
She changed again. 12.
5.
Oh.
Is that with your pluses?
No, it's like 8.
Oh, so, Grey Lonan. It's dark in the room. Very minimal light shining through this kind of with the wooden barricade of the walls and this the metal nature of the door. But you can see Erie kind of shifting on the ground, kind of restlessly moving. And you can see through the haze that it appears that she isn't the correct size that she normally is.
She's
Like bigger or she's smaller? Or?
Even upon looking, you notice that she shifts from one size to another, but you don't have. There's not enough light to distinctly tell anything.
So she's
other
just
than
like
that.
shifting back and forth consistently?
Is she
It
asleep?
is hard to. It is hard to tell, you guys. It's
She didn't
very
answer
dark.
me. Erie, I'm gonna grab her.
Does she
shoulder.
look like in distress, like she's dreaming, like
You
having
can't
a
see her
nightmare?
face.
Can I
I
check her
touch
pulse?
her. I shake her. Erie.
You shake her. You shake her, and she kind of moves, but no answer.
Can I do a medicine check to like interrogate
Can I
her?
just-
You would have disadvantage. There's like very little light. You
I
can't
have
even
dark
see each
vision.
other's faces. Yeah, it's like there's like minimal light, so you can see, but you can't see like well.
Okay.
Can I light the candles?
Yeah. How are you gonna light the candles?
I don't have a tinder box. Are there,
Ronan,
is
can
there
you light
like
the candles
incense
with
lighters?
prestidigitation, please?
And then I'll go around and do that.
Okay, so you kind of like swipe your hand across the room. And the
But
candles
instead of
light.
like swiping, I'm just like,
Yeah, and the
Around
like,
it.
little like sparks come off your
Yeah.
fingers and they light the
Yeah.
candles.
Nah.
And upon the light coming into the room, it looks like Erie, kind of like shuffling on the ground. her face in a like state of kind of almost like pain. But upon looking at her in the seconds that you see her in the first time, she changes, and it's gray. And the ears close, shifting, and kind of in pain on the ground. Before it shifts to a familiar face of Pippin, to Lonan, to a strange ophis form with a wide, flat nose and slightly bluish skin, to the familiar, scary face of Talia, to a million other people you've seen on your journeys, Marigold, back to Eerie, and slowly changing.
Can I check her vitals?
Yep,
Can I
roll a
assist?
medicine check. Assist?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it separately or help?
I will do separately.
Okay.
16.
14.
14. So you can both tell quite easily that she is alive. She's moving. But even as you're trying to check her pulse, her kind of like neck grows into this larger form of a race that you haven't seen before. Again, the oafish one with a wide flat nose. But you can tell that upon finally getting, when she kind of stays in one form for long enough, you can tell that she is alive and seems okay, but she has a quickened heartbeat.
I'm just gonna shake the crap out of her while she's sleeping.
Yeah.
Eerie, wake up! And then no response, I'll just slap her across the face.
I feel like we should let her rest.
Her face
I think
turns,
that she's.
but stays.
I think she's...
in some sort of state of shock or some sort of trance.
Yes. She just found out she could do this, right?
The fact
should
that
we
she's
yell?
not responding is
Yeah.
concerning.
Should we yell for help?
Yes. I'll knock on the door. Terilius!
Help!
Terilius!
Do you actually yell help?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I can't tell if that's a real. So after a few moments, the door will open and the tall, gaunt, green form of Terilius, with his long, flowing cloak, this time of a creamy color with like lines of bright red on it, will open the door. Yes.
There's something wrong with our friend.
Oh, well,
She
which
seems
one
to
of you?
The one that's unconscious on
Eerie.
the ground.
Oh, the changeling.
Yes.
Correct.
She's
Yes.
changing a lot.
Are you familiar with this? I checked her vitals. She seems to be fine, but she has a quickened heartbeat.
Is that your question?
That's more of a
No.
concern, not a question.
Yeah, we're concerned.
Well, I'll be kind. The question for her, since she doesn't seem to be in any state, will be if she's okay. I'll check her over. Give me space. Move away.
Okay.
Just shimmy back.
Torres will sit, kneel down. And he's a quite tall figure. But he'll kneel down and go over Eerie for a few moments. It feels like a very long time. Probably only adding up to about 5 minutes. Before he stands back up and looks over at the three of you once more. She has some sort of inner conflict. She's trying to work through. Her mind can't really adjust to what she learned in the past few days.
In a conflict, so is this going to be a permanent thing?
Well, it can be. She could be like this for days, hours. She could be like this for years.
Is
It all
there
really
so
depends.
years?
We can't afford to have her be like this for years.
Is there some sort of can we give her a cold bath or something to
Is
snap her
there-
out of it?
Is there like a homely remedy?
Perhaps a potion I could make?
Well, I'm sure you could try, but I wouldn't recommend.
You've been around for quite a long time. Is there anything that you could do to help us to prevent this?
Well, I'm doing lots to help you. I'd recommend rest and relaxation for her.
So we should just let this go its course.
Yes, Econo will help you bring her to the ship. And I'm sure that he can assist with, I'm sure he will give her a room and a bed that you can sleep on and rest, and she'll be fine.
Are
Eventually.
you sure?
Is there any amount of time that we need to let her rest? It seems as if we need to get going.
I'm confused. Inner conflict. Is that why she's changing form so much?
She doesn't know who she is anymore.
Is she having like an ego crisis?
You could call it that.
Wow.
I'll keep an eye on her. This might help my research.
Oh, yes. Use other sufferings for your advantage, I'm sure.
I plan on it.
Do we have any amount of time before we need to go on the ship? Is
Yeah,
it-
what's the time
Are
though?
these your questions?
Actually, my question is.
You have one more each.
I'll ask you my
Choose
question.
carefully.
My question is, could we have a bath and clean clothes?
That is your question.
Yes.
You could ask me
More of a demand.
if you're gonna have a change of clothes and a bath.
Yes.
It's more of a question for Akano. He will answer that when he gets here.
So are you?
That's the answer for you. The other two of you?
His answer was ask somebody else.
It wasn't really a great question.
It was a good question.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna huddle around everybody. I'm just gonna be like, should I ask for like how to tell time and stuff? Or what would be useful? Or should I ask something like selfish?
I don't think time is really
Important.
important at this point.
Well, I would like to know when to go to bed and wake up.
I have a question.
Of course, Lowen.
Do you have some sort of guarantee for us once we start to travel to the portal that we won't be separated? Because we need to make sure they stay together.
Oh, well, of course. I'm not sending you through a bag of holding. That would be
Irresponsible.
rash and irresponsible. I'm sending you to an established location that is a constant throughout the plains.
So it's safe.
So we don't have any issues, is what you're telling
You
us.
shouldn't. The journey there, I cannot guarantee anything. I cannot guarantee you'll make it there alive. But if you make it through the Tomb of Rest, the Tower of Rest, you will be able to exit to the peak of Birth of Calidran alive. As-
So we have your guarantee that we will remain alive.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. If you die, you won't see me again.
Yeah, it's as good as his word is, I guess.
So you can
Which-
trust what I say or trust what I don't. I've answered your question.
Yeah. Trust that he won't give you clothes.
That is my question.
Oh, you seem bitter, child.
I'm not bitter. These are dirty clothes that I want clean. Clothes.
Yes, would you not assume a host would provide those things? A bath?
Yeah,
and
you're our
clothes?
host right now.
I am not your host for long periods.
All right,
I
answer
was-
our questions. You're next, Gray.
I will give you some free advice, Gray.
Yes.
Teach this one some manners. He won't do
What
well
did I do
in
wrong?
these Naipan hives.
I'm
Trust
just
me,
like shaking my head.
we've tried.
Oof.
It seems not to work very
Then,
well.
free advice for you as well. The people of this plane, specifically the Naipan, do not deal well for insolence. They are one mind, together, working for the greater good. Your brash comments and sarcastic tones will fall on deaf ears and possibly get you killed.
Thanks.
Gray,
Don't die.
what is your question?
Well, I was just wondering, like, if on our travels we get separated from Ikano and we ever need, like, some additional guidance, is there a way to contact you in any way?
Oh, an interesting question.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Something that I'm capable of doing.
Great question.
That is actually a good question.
Well, I know that other planes have certain ways of communication. I've heard of elves from your material plane have birds that can seek and find better than a compass and better than any man. I do not have such things. What I do have is this. He'll dig, and he'll kind of turn around and open, and they move a tarp, and behind the tarp is like a big,
Bookcase?
yeah. And he opens a drawer in it, and he ruffles around for a second, and he pulls out two
Pins.
rings.
Oh.
One made of a dark, almost like black substance. The other of like a sheer, almost like, it almost seems to be glowing white.
Ooh.
It is not very sophisticated, but it is what I have available. We are not supposed to progress the technology of these realms we provide.
Oh wow.
But it is something I can give to you.
Thank you.
Just think of me as you have it on.
I'm thinking about him. His face.
In the ring. Are your eyes closed in this moment?
Yes.
Lonan and Pippin, you will see the ring disappear from your finger. And then he'll hold up his hand to Ilias, and he'll have both rings on his.
Ooh, cool.
Well,
It cannot do much, but it can send itself to me, and it's to its pair, and I can send the other to you, and he'll do the same. And both rings will appear on your finger.
Now, for example, okay, so when I felt the ring come to me, did I kind of get like an idea of where his location was?
No, the ring disappeared.
Just the ring.
The ring disappeared.
Oh wow.
Do we
Nice.
get? So maybe we could send it as a signal.
Maybe as like a, hey, we're about to die.
Yes. If you ever in dire need, don't send it for no reason. If you do, I will not answer the next time, and you might need it then. But
Well,
I
so
could
I just-
possibly send a message to you to communicate. I do not have the power myself, but the elder of this village does.
Oh.
Makui, we are on good terms, as good as one can be if they do not practice this religion of theirs. But I should be able to get a hold of you.
This is a very gracious.
Very,
gift.
very good question.
I'll take the
Ring.
one ring off and hand it back. Thank you.
Thank you. Which one?
Okay, so a dark blue one and a.
There's like
green one?
almost like dark as night, and like one that's like pure white light almost. But they're both
I
rock.
want
They're both
the-
stone.
I want the dark.
The dark one, the black one. Okay.
Yeah, I want the black one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Sick. Okay, so one ring of like thought.
yeah, we have thought.
Now, as for Erie's question, when does she get to ask you that?
Oh,
Sure, you did.
her question was if she was going to be okay, but I'm feeling gracious. You, child,
Yeah.
your question was short-sighted. I believe you have more to you, as much as you are foolish and insolent. I will give you one more question.
All right. What alchemy can I learn on this plane?
You can learn many new things. The herbs and flowers and trees and rocks and air is different here.
There's
Alchemy.
flowers and trees.
Well, of course, you saw some on the back of Bulera.
Are there other whales?
Well, not as great, not as powerful, but there are land, of course. There are the mountains and pastures, broken and small as they are in comparison to, let's say, the plane of Earth. But they exist nonetheless. But there are great secrets to be told. And if you look close enough, you might be able to find some great tomes. Maybe even of Montello himself.
That would be to my liking.
We'll keep an eye out. Stay sharp. And be kind to the foreigners. They're doing a great service to you. You... Excuse me.
Sorry, go ahead.
What did you say there?
I said I'm kind.
I never said you weren't.
Okay. I was talking to my friend Lonan.
Mikano should be here soon to get you. He will bring you to his ship, I believe. He'll tell you the name when you get there, I believe, in our tongue, the common tongue. And his name is the Gift of Variety.
That's the name of his ship.
The gift of.
Variety.
Yes. You can ask him more questions. I am finished with all of you.
Thanks
there-
for so much help. You were a gracious host.
Yes.
I was. Not many stay here. Most get only one question.
Alright, come on, Erie.
Many thanks.
So you're just like carrying her out of here?
Can you help me, Lonan?
I'll like pick her up over my shoulders and she's pretty good.
I'm gonna make you roll a strength check for that.
Oh, okay.
You're the weakest member of the party.
Oh, okay.
They fall.
7.
7. Maybe you can also roll.
Oh,
Because you said you were gonna do that.
Do I see them all trying to fall?
7.
They're
Can
like
I run to help
Together,
pick them up?
that's 14. That's decent.
you see like Gray. You see like Gray, Lonan and Pippin struggling to lift Eerie, who is for now settled in this large orc form with like big tusks and like just like a mane of braids.
Oh my god.
And so like twice the size of Lonan, and they're like attempting to pick her up.
Oh man. Maybe we should wait for maybe Akano can bring us like a card or something for her. Would that be a better idea?
We got her. We all work together. The 3 of
Team
us.
effort to
Okay.
drag her out.
I mean, what if she what if she like goes into a bigger form?
Just be
that's
careful
heavier?
you don't drop her off of the bridges and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
I
walking
know.
in the middle. You guys are walking on the edges.
Alright.
So you're gonna try to lift.
I'll try to assist.
Roll a strength check.
That's a lot. Let me just go double check, but
Yeah.
strength, that would be 19.
19. So doubled what they rolled. So as you bend down to pick up this orc form, you do make some progress, but she quickly shifts between many different forms and finally lands on the mayor's son from Kobikin.
Oh wow. It's been a while. Throwback.
Throwback.
Yeah.
And so this small form you're easily able to pick up.
Okay, stay in that form, Eerie. Alright,
Yeah.
let's go. Quick. So we run
Ninja
outside,
run.
we run out of Tyrilus's boathouse.
As you open the door, you see raised to the door handle the familiar form of the monkey man, Ikano, with his black fur and his white topped hair sticking up all over the place. Oh,
Akano.
hello.
Hello.
Good morning, Akano.
You are leaving already? Are you
We-
not waiting for me?
We're coming to get to your ship.
Do you know where my ship is?
No, you just happen to be here, thank goodness.
You're all quite brash. Well, lucky for you, I am here.
Alright.
I'm here to bring you to Makanao Fizio,
What's that?
Sorry.
my ship.
Is that-
Makanao Fizio.
Is that the
Gift of variety.
variety?
And he'll kind of look up and count some syllables on his fingers as he's like mouths the words gift of variety. Yes, that in your tongue is
Alright.
the name of my ship.
Lead the way. We kind of have a situation here. Eerie could turn into a giant beast any moment and fall off.
Well,
Which we did.
that is quite concerning. Is she safe to board my vessel?
Yeah, she just needs some bed rest.
Yes.
Well,
That's what
follow
we're
me. I have anchored nearby, and you can see that the long bridge that would isolate Tyroleus' ship now has a connection to a fairly small ship in comparison to some of the other massive ones that build the core of the village. But a large vessel nonetheless. Definitely, if you guys were familiar, it would be able to definitely hold quite an amount of cargo.
Okay.
It is a large oak-colored ship with a big red balloon sack right at the front of it, inflated, almost causing it to almost like have a big gut in the front
Okay.
that goes back to two wings along the side, wing-like sails, and a large sail in the center and a small one up front.
Cool.
And you can see, upon looking at it, you can see a couple forms standing on the deck.
Is it wooden?
Yep.
Cool.
You just said oak, yeah.
There
There
are
it is.
metal features on it. You can see that fastening the balloon and the sails to it. There are metal pieces, and you can see small pipes shooting out the side. And even as you watch Pippin, you see steam. I was talking
Go
about
ahead.
it.
Yeah.
You see steam push out of some of these vents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. The gift of variety.
Yes.
What a beautiful ship.
Ain't that something?
Magnificent.
So we're
What is
gonna
it
be.
anchored to exactly?
And it is anchored
Is
to
it
the
just
rope
like-
bridge,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
But you can see, but it is kind of bobbing up and down, very slightly in place where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Come, it's not a far walk
All
to
right.
where we need to go.
Alright.
We'll go over.
We walk.
Yeah. Children, line up! And you can see the forms that you saw scattered standing on the deck. One kind of walks pristinely over, and you can see two jump and like wings spread as they
What?
soar down to meet you.
Like
at
a
the
winged
prow.
monkey?
Cool.
2 winged monkeys.
Two winged
Whoa.
monkeys.
How old?
monkeys.
How old do they look? You said young. You said
You have no idea how to tell the age of these monkeys
Compared to
at all.
compared to like. Yeah.
Compared to Akano, you can tell they're smaller, a little lether. You can definitely see the same kind of patterns. You can see one has the same kind of bushy top hair as Akano himself, but it is kind of styled more back into braids. One of them two of them obviously have wings, which Akano does not have. But you can even see that, well, Akano has a long, black, sleek tail. 2 of them have that, but another one has the third one. You're having a hard time. You can't tell genders based on them. They kind of just look like monkeys to you. But one of them has a bushier, ringed tail of black, gray, and white.
Like a lemur.
Some of them have slightly longer faces, but you can definitely see, whether it be in the hands or the coloration of their fur, a little bit of Akano in each of them.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, hello, children of Akano.
Akano,
I am Pippin Fost.
Akano, how do you say hello?
And he'll just like breathe out. It just sounds like, don't say that.
That's a profanity.
I will throw you off this ship if you speak those words
Alright,
again.
could you tell them that we say
said
hi?
Yes, I will introduce you to all of them, and you to them. So, this is my oldest, gesturing to the one who has a very straight posture and the braided hair, who does not have the wings. Huiloa. Huiloa.
Huiola.
So like
Willowa.
Willowa. Okay.
Okay, next.
She is my eldest. And these are my younger twins, Lucky Mal and Nani Mal. And upon hearing their names, they will kind of bow a little bit, and they will bow together and come up with like devilish grins.
Are
on
these
their
the ones with the
faces.
wings?
Lucky
Yes.
Mao and who?
And
Nani Mal.
Nani.
Nani.
Mao.
Nani.
Alright.
Yes.
There's 3 of them?
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
And these are the
Very
3.
good.
So you all know, so you are not blindsided, Huiola does know bits and pieces of your language. Huiola, she'll step forward. Greetings.
Hello.
Hello.
Excellent
I-
pronunciation.
No harm.
Good.
And she'll step back.
I'll give her a thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Same.
And they'll kind of all look at each other.
What does that mean?
So we'll be traveling on your ship then. Where are we headed to?
Well, children, back. And they'll kind of clap his hands and they'll go scurry off into the different areas. Well, follow me. I will show you around the ship to your quarters. I believe Tyrilius told you that you would be working here. You are not passengers. I doubt you can do much. You don't look airfaring folks to me.
I know some neat tricks. I could brew up some elixirs that could help maybe.
We still don't know how it's going to be on the ship as well too. Like,
Yeah,
I-
I could
I-
stain the deck.
I've never
nice
been on a ship
rosy
before.
color.
I don't think so.
No, the deck is perfect as it is. But I appreciate the efforts. Pink would be a wondrous color.
I can help cook.
Cook. That is good.
What do you guys eat?
Oh, well, we have stores of blubber and meats. We have vegetables from the great Bulera's back. Wezo Bulera. He provides all that we need for our journeys. He is everything we need. Yada, yada, yada. We'll speak more as we leave.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's head on then.
Yes, let's go. And he'll give you a tour of the ship, taking you into a large cabin that you can tell is raised off of the back that you can see. There are doors inside that lead to a small hallway with 2 doors on either side. This is my cabin on the left, and my children's share one on the right here. There's not as much space here as we'd like. And you will all have to sleep down below in the hold. But I have some hammocks strung up. It'll be like sleepovers, I am told is how you say it in your tongue.
A little less comfortable, though, however.
Yes.
Although sleeping in a hammock is better than sleeping on the wood, I guess.
Yes, it is.
I spent some time on a sea boat. I don't know if it'll be that different.
The trouble is that...
What is
See?
a sea?
It's like a cup of water, but the whole world.
You're hilarious.
Thank you.
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Come with me, I'll show you the rest. I'll show you the hold.
should we...
Yeah.
Switch over? Do you
No.
want to switch over now?
No.
Okay.
So follow me, down below, down below. So as you continue down the hallway, you can see that it kind of spirals down at the end to a staircase. And going down, you can see that the whole, enters into like a kitchen type area with a table along to the side and a door on the far end. This is the eatery? This eatery.
The eatery?
I'm assuming
I'm
you mean the kitchens.
Kitchens.
Keats.
Am I saying that correctly? Kitchens.
Yes.
It's fine.
It's close.
Okay. Yes, kitchens, where we eat and prepare the food. My apologies.
No worries.
Yeah.
This way, to the hold where you will be sleeping.
Yeah.
And he opens the door, and it kind of like the temperature almost drops a little bit. Not much, but you can tell like a cold draft comes through. And even just looking in, you can see it's filled almost to the brim with boxes of different shapes and sizes. Some with tarps covering over the tops of them, others fully wooden, some have metal bracings. Just a variety of different shapes and sizes and containers.
What are you carrying?
Oh, many different things. Spices from the Naipan, some honeys from the Gith, some flowers and incenses and smells, but most of all we have leather goods from the gifts of Bulera, from that wheat. They're quite praised for their applications in clothing and armors.
What would happen if an airship got a hole in it?
Oh, well, you would fall through.
Oh, it wouldn't just like start going down and down and down.
Oh, if the balloon got.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
the
okay.
balloon.
There was a
Oh,
balloon.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Oh, you have no idea how an airship works, do any of you?
Do you, Pippin? I'm confused.
A rudimentary knowledge based on from what I've observed.
Tell me.
Well, it seems that the balloon seems to hold up the vehicle, and you use air currents to sort of maneuver.
Similar.
Is magic involved at all? Or?
I didn't see any sort of magic at work.
Yes. How do you
Us-
propel yourself forward?
Us
The
Semites
wind.
of the Bularans are a proud people. We build what we do. We do not meddle with those magics. Not in traditional ways, but we prefer to build, we prefer to make, we prefer to invent, innovate. Other tribes, some of the Gith, they build the Lotso gift. They build
Sure.
other things. Flying carpets with crystals and other things. They train creatures to pull their
Nice.
chariots, their large chariots of the sky. But
Carpets.
it depends on the tribe. Us Simites, we build, we create.
Sure.
You're very hands-on.
I
Very
can see
hands-on. It'll slap you on the back and kind of
Ah.
not startle
So
you.
we'll
Like
be-
you were expecting it to startle
Yeah.
forward a
So
little
we'll be
bit.
staying in here for some time. Where are we headed?
Oh, we're headed all over the place.
To first, I guess. Is
Yeah,
the right
where's
question.
where's your nearest port you'll be making once we
Oh,
leave
it's
Bulera?
quite Wezo, Bulera.
Ways of Bulera.
It'll be good to know the honorifics if you're going to make your way into
Sure,
society.
I'm mostly concerned about where we're headed.
Ah,
though.
Mhm.
my apologies. Well, we are headed to a Naipan hive city. Do you know of the Naipan? I'm not sure if they
briefly,
host people.
Tyrelius told us
Mhm.
we don't really need a whole bunch of information right now. I just want to know where we're headed.
It's named Ies Reino Hie Naanse.
Oh my god.
And is there an what's the first few syllables?
Ies Reino.
He
He is.
Ies.
S
No.
Reno.
I was just like judging by like a whole like schedule flat plan, like by what time or like how long would we even get to the Tower of Rest? Or
Oh,
get closer to it?
well,
Is that like a month away, 2 months away, 3 months away, 5?
I don't even know if they know what a month is, Gray.
yes,
True.
these words you're saying have no meaning.
How long
What's
till
a
we
day?
get there?
Day?
Yeah, how long?
He doesn't have. They don't have days either. The sky's always blue. There's
Well,
no
what
sun.
did they say?
From what I remember, they used the. You know the whale. You know Hueso Bulera.
Like how many times it can go around?
No, the whale. The whale's like shoots a little steam cloud out of its whale hole,
How many whole days?
and I guess it shoots out at a consistent rate, and they keep time that way. I'm
Even
guessing.
when they're traveling?
I don't know how they do it when they're traveling.
About. Are you speaking of rests?
Yes.
Of
Yeah.
Of breaths?
Yes. How often do you
Yeah,
rest?
how-
Of breaths?
Breaths.
You
No,
seen
rest.
breath or rest?
Rest.
Breaths.
Breaths.
Yes.
How
How
many,
many breaths till we get there?
304.
300
What?
ish breaths till we reach the Hies Reno city.
Or is that the Tower of Rest?
Oh, that's the Tower of Rest.
So 341. Or 304. What was it?
3 or 4.
304. Oh,
300.
that's not incorporating the stops.
Okay, this is really confusing. It's
Closer to 400. Let's say 380
breaths.
breaths.
And what is
like
a
breaths,
breath?
like inhale, exhale, like
Oh,
What is a
no,
breath?
no.
I think he's referring to.
Hueso Bulera's
Yes,
breaths.
I think he's referring to
oh,
when he releases the cloud.
How often does he do that?
we don't know.
We don't know yet.
Do you have a watch? And I'm gonna pull out my broken pocket watch and point at it. Do you have something like this?
Some artificery. Did you make this?
Yes.
Interesting.
I know.
What are these small gears?
Yeah, don't
Oh.
don't touch. It's very dear to me.
Apologies. How to describe it? It's Bulera's breath. This
How
is
do
how.
you, so when you leave Bulera, like we're going to do, like our ship's gonna fly away from the whale. How do you keep track of Bulera's breaths?
I just know.
Oh,
Okay.
Well,
okay.
Bulera breathes twice per rest.
That doesn't help.
So
So
I awaken to Bulera's breath.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. This has gone on too long.
yeah.
Thank you for showing us to our rooms. Do you have any last minute things to say? Are there rules on the ship? Are you gonna give us chores?
Well, you will clean until showing that you can do anything more than that. But someone will come down with things to give you. Hiola will have jobs, and she does the administrative of the ship, so she'll be down multiple times to make sure things don't go missing. But I will leave you for now to get rested. You must be tired
Yeah, very tired.
holding your friend.
Yes.
You place her on one of the hammocks across the room. And as you kind of walk more into the door, you can see that there are two stacked
Okay.
hammocks in the corner.
I want the bottom hammock. I'll take that for myself.
Where are you putting Eerie?
On the top.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Let me know if I can help.
Do we just wait here till they come down?
Yeah.
Well, we are going to be undocking soon, so then
I kind of want to watch.
Okay. You want to watch?
I wanna
Watch what?
it undock. Can I see that?
not now.
Oh.
Wait till you have your air legs. Don't want you falling off.
Air legs. I'm gonna go into my hammock and crawl up.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Sorry, we're already sleeping. We
Okay.
just woke up.
Jeez, that monkey. I thought he was never gonna stop talking.
Yes.
Guys, we need.
How
to...
many breaths before he stops?
I don't know.
So it seems to me, from my calculations, it's as if 150 days from now we will arrive.
I was thinking maybe closer to 175, 200.
I mean, honestly, at this point, time is arbitrary because if we start tracking things by days,
Yeah. I mean, by the time we get back, they might think you're dead. Who knows?
I think that if we try to keep track of the passage of time, maybe we'll make like a tick on the side of the ship.
Oh, but we also don't
Every time
know
we
if, like, for example, we don't know if, like, maybe one day here is like 1 year over there, you know?
We
That's
do
the
know
point.
that time is relative.
Oh,
We
yeah,
found that
it is.
out last time.
I forget.
Everything is the same.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is all a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. I look over at Erie. What is she doing?
Eerie is like the kind of like is the tentacly form of Kira Korea.
No.
Kira Korea.
Oh,
I forgot about Kira Korea.
Wait, do we have a Tad going there right now?
I hope not.
Oh, my.
Oh, we left Worthington and
Too
delicious.
Oh,
Like,
this
when
is
are they
going to
gonna
be a
pay us?
while.
Well,
Oh, no. Well,
I
we
guess
just
we
wait.
can kind of hang out down here for a bit. I have some stuff I need to work on anyway, and then I'm gonna start taking out all my beakers and stuff.
Do you need help with that?
Would you like to assist me?
It'd be nice to get back into the game of potions.
All right,
With you.
hold this and do not move too much. It's very volatile.
As you put the potion bottle into his hand, there's a shift.
Oh no.
So roll a sleight of hand check.
Oops. Uh-oh. Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
This chair's so annoying. 10.
10. So you barely manage, almost spilling some onto the ground. You manage to catch the rest of the ball before it shatters.
And it like hisses.
Oh, no.
As you
Careful.
feel yourselves go into motion and lift and move, and you can't quite tell what direction you're going in, but you can feel that the ship
Movement.
is moving, and you can hear almost like a whoosh, like a whoosh of air, like very like quietly
Yeah.
from the
I
sides
can't-
of the hull.
I can't tell if it's windy or if they're yelling up there.
Gray is like terrified.
Gray, are you alright?
Almost like white, like a sheet.
No.
Are you afraid of heights?
Yeah.
Gray,
How-
come here.
How
And I'm
fast
gonna-
are they going right now?
You can't tell. You guys aren't outside, so you guys only know that there's motion. You
Is
have,
there
like,
a
the feeling
lamp
of
or
motion.
something in this room? Is it lit?
Yep, it is lit. There are some.
Oil lamp.
It's
You
lit.
can't tell how the lamp actually functions, but there are
Ooh.
half circle light sources on the
Okay.
walls.
I'll examine those later. Gray. Gray.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go up to Gray. Gray,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay. And I'm gonna kind of pet your head. It's okay, Gray. Here. If you get scared that you're gonna fall, just drink this. And I'm gonna put a flying elixir into your hands.
I'm gonna hold it close to me.
Yeah. You'll grow wings.
Be
and-
careful with it though.
Yeah, but just for some warning, you can only fly at a speed of about 10 feet per
Oh my
few
gosh.
seconds. 10 feet a
So if
couple
the
seconds.
ship is going faster than me and I fly, would it fly away from me?
Probably yes.
Oh.
Also, you only will be able to maintain flight for around 10 minutes before the wings dissolve.
And then I'd fall to my death?
Probably
Oh
yes.
no.
Most likely, though, you would just fall forever and then starve. But I hope this brings you comfort.
I'm trying to give the potion back.
And I've walked away.
I'll put it in my armor.
Yeah, just like tuck
save
it,
it
tuck
for
it into
later.
like your bra.
Yeah.
Alright, Gray. Or alright, Lonan. Gray's taken care of.
Shall we?
He's just like sitting on his
Yeah.
hammock.
Yeah.
for 150 days.
Yeah.
So we'll just work on some potion-y whatnot.
Okay, you guys can both roll a just an intelligence check.
Do I get proficiency?
Yes, you do.
Ooh. 18.
25.
25. So, what are you guys trying to do? Just like,
Make potions.
I was making my elixirs for the day.
oh, okay. So,
And I'm
okay.
trying to kind of teach him.
So you're teaching him what to do.
Yeah.
So you're talking over what are you doing with your potions, and a lot of it is going over your head. A lot of the terminology Pippin's losing is, even though he's taught you how to make some potions, the potions he's making now are kind of like very like personal to him, and they're not really from a book. He's putting at notes, and the notes are like he turns the page 3 times while explaining, and like it's like they're just all over the place. But you do understand, but you kind of get like a notion of like. You feel a little bit more comfortable with like
Okay.
the art of like mixing.
Since
Maybe
I
not the how to make.
Because I did it
them
last
themselves.
time, I'm kind of like, okay, I understand a little bit of this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's the gist of it, Lonan.
Well, I wish I knew more, but unfortunately, it just seems as I'm absorbing as much as I can for the time being. We do have 150 days to do this, so I guess.
Yes, I think I'm going to take some time and make some notes. So if you could give me some space.
Very well. I'll go to the kitchens.
Okay.
Ask if they need any help.
And as you walk in, you can see the very straight-backed professional form of Huiloa sitting at the table.
Good evening. How are you today? No need to get up. Do you need any help? Help? And I like gesture at cooking and stuff like that.
And she has papers in front of her, and she's gonna kind of like close a book over top of them.
Okay.
No.
No help. You don't need any help with cooking. With eat, and I'm like gonna gesture eating and stuff.
And she's gonna pick the book up. No, eat.
No, not the paper. And I'm gonna grab like food out of my backpack. Not gonna eat it. I'm gonna show her and be like, food. Make food.
You have that.
Never mind. I'm gonna go back and I guess I'll just like hang out with them like upstairs.
So yeah, upstairs, or you go back into the hold.
I'm just gonna go back upstairs.
So like out into the.
I don't care
open-
about like watching them because he's kind of like hyperventilating in the corner,
Yeah.
and he's doing his own thing, and I think he wants to like be by himself. So I'll just kind of go upstairs and see if like on the deck, and like see what it looks like and stuff like that.
So as you walk up, you can feel the ship kind of tilting slightly and bobbing up and down as you move, very, very gracefully. You're not feeling like jarred, but it is an unfamiliar feeling, and you notice, especially going up the stairs, that you're not quite used to walking and this kind of thing.
Okay.
You take a step that you think will be normal, but you end up kind of stumbling forward because the ship moves slightly further down as you were stepping up.
Okay.
Eventually, you make it up easily, but like still unfamiliarly. And when you open the door, you're greeted by a gust of wind right in your face, clean and fresh, smelling of nothing but like of the sky and wind and thunderstorms and clouds. And as you step out, you see, looking out, nothing.
Compared to
With
an actual
blueness.
ship, are they like controlling like this ship, or is it kind of just doing its own thing and they're just kind of like sitting there watching?
You don't see anyone doing anything.
Oh,
right
they're
now,
not even
'cause
doing anything.
You don't see anyone on the deck right now, as you open the door.
Okay. I will go out and like further on the deck to kind of look for the person driving the ship, I guess, and like stuff like that.
So as you walk out, you walk towards the thick mast, and as you look up, you can see the sails filled with wind, pushing the ship in a direction. And you hear, "Oi, you
is
there?"
Is that you, Akon?
Econo, close.
Econo, yeah, sorry.
Very, very close there. Yes, I never caught your name there, son.
Lonan.
Lonan. Lonan.
Bluey. Nice to meet you once more.
Nice
but
to meet you. You actually don't see him.
no, but I don't know where you are, but do you need any help up
Come
here?
up the ladder on your right.
And I'm gonna look up. How high up is it?
You look up, and you don't see a lot, but looking straight up, you see the mast, and you can see one of the flying siblings. You can't tell which one, but you can see it like scurrying through the rigging up top. No, to your right,
I look over the memory.
and you see a ladder leading up
Okay.
to the top of there.
Do you need any help up here? I went to the kitchens, but it doesn't seem as if you guys need any help down there.
Oh, well, it's not dinner time yet. It's the morning.
Morning. So you do know. Oh, okay. Well.
Yes, it's after first breath.
Oh, okay. And I'm gonna write that down after first breath. Okay. So do you need any help up here? Are you okay?
No, just we don't need much. You can clean.
That I can do, and I would try to like grab the closest. What am I cleaning, anyways? Like, what like looking around? Is somebody else cleaning it right now?
No, you just see him, and as you climb the ladder, you make it to the top, and you can see Econo standing at a large, like, classical sailing wheel
Okay.
that he is, like, standing, kind of, like, shifting slightly.
How much in the wind is this freaking ladder moving? Like, is it like?
No,
Is it
it's like attached to the side of the cabin.
Okay.
You're like going on a higher level of the deck.
Akano,
Yeah.
if I were to come up there, how
You're already up. Come.
how dangerous is it for me to climb this ladder?
Oh, well, just don't jump off the ship.
Okay, I'm gonna like hold on super tight, and I'm gonna like up this ladder.
Okay.
And I'll go up there with him.
Yeah.
Just kind of like.
Do you so you make it to the top and you feel another gust of wind kind of at your back, because the way the ship is moving, it's kind of blowing you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good day, Akano. It's a lot easier up here, I think. Looking around, how fast are we moving now? Like that, I can tell.
You don't have really any judge of where you're going to or how fast you're moving,
Okay.
but you can see off in the distance a small form. And roll a quick d20.
Ooh, 4.
4. You just see a shape in the distance, but that's all you see. Otherwise, it's just open sky and clouds. Off to your right, there's like a brewing storm bumbling. You can see light arc through it, but other than that, you don't. There's just openness
Just openness.
and
Okay.
emptiness.
Okay. I'll just sit there and watch.
Yeah.
Without talking, kind of leave him be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gray, Pippin, would you like to do anything?
So below deck, I'm kind of keeping to myself. I've kind of like pushed some of the crates to build myself like a little cubby where I have like all of my alchemist supplies out, and I have like a laboratory set up,
Okay.
and I've just like focused on my work.
Okay.
And every so often I'll come out and say, Gray,
Yeah.
are you all right?
I think so. This is just a lot, you know?
Yeah, I
Afraid
know.
of heights, kind of like in a ship in the middle of the sky.
We're not even in our world anymore.
No?
Don't worry, Gray, I get it. Believe me. You know, I might not show it, but I kind of lost a lot when we came here. You know,
Yeah.
I was trying to get to that Ochre Academy, and it's scrap. And I'm not trying to make this about me. I understand you're having a hard time. But I
Yeah.
just want you to know that you're not alone.
You're right. I just have to toughen up.
At least you're not as bad as Eerie. And then we both look over at Eerie.
What ship
And-
is in?
She is like a black dragonborn, the shape of the murdered her.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
From episode 1 or 2?
He was in episode 1.
It was.
Wow. I'm gonna say, wow. Yeah, at least we're not as bad as her.
Yeah, she's met some crazy fellas,
Yeah.
I guess.
I guess Lonan seems to be doing the best out of all of us.
Yeah, surprisingly, yeah.
That's a first.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he can take care of us for once.
Yeah. I'm gonna need some help on this trip.
Well, I'll try to help you. Here, take Tenaculum to snuggle, and I'll give you my giant
You realize
slug.
Tenaculum's not there? No. Just
Oh, I was like, Tenaculum's always there!
You left him back.
I'm just holding a bowl of Jello. I thought this was Tenaculum! Okay, I'm gonna hand you my giant blue slug familiar.
Yep.
I take
And
it.
you onto your hands. And
Thanks, Pippin.
The familiar pulsing of Tenaculum's movement is soothing.
Perfect. I can feel better already. I really
Yeah.
can.
That's good.
I think a little bit more kind of just adjustment, and I mean, hopefully I'll be able to at least handle this ship for a bit.
Yeah. If you get queasy, don't puke on him, please.
Okay, yeah. I'll try my best to aim somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Gray.
Alright, you go back to working on your...
Yeah, I'm very busy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure some stuff out.
There's one boiling over
Oh
there.
no! And I'm gonna run over to my beakers.
Is it on fire?
The side of the ship.
It
Oh my
starts
God,
spiraling out of the sky.
There's a hole. One
So-
turn.
Your first day, kind of uneventfully, nothing crazy happens. You get acquainted with the ship. You realize that's as much as Huila can speak some of the words that you know. She does not have much interest in any of you. The other two kind of just scurry around doing their thing. It seems like every so often you see them kind of snickering, and as you guys like step over like a wire, it's them maybe them trying to pull a prank or sorts on you guys, but it's hard for you to tell since you can't speak with them.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys get into a groove of cleaning. Gray gave his abilities cooking. Roll a quick intelligence check to see how well you can
I would
cook.
like to use corn in one of my recipes.
Are you proficient in
This
cooking?
freaking corn.
Not at all.
Endless
Okay.
corn.
But
Endless
17.
17. So, Gray makes a bomb.
Wait, would this be never mind.
No, just intelligence.
I was gonna say performance.
No. No. He makes a bomb corn chowder one day. One day.
With like,
Okay.
After Bulera's second breath. As you guys eat.
when did that happen, by the way? Did we feel anything?
No. No.
How much time has gone by?
This is just like the first day.
Okay.
Yeah. It's but you guys fall into a small rhythm as a few nights pass. Is there anything that you guys would want to do over the course of, let's say, a week to you guys? You sleep 7 times.
week.
You sleep 10 times as a week goes by.
I think that Pippin for most of this time is going to be very, like, shut off from everyone else. Like, I'll do my chores, like my ship duties.
You like
but other,
Ikana has you sweeping.
yeah, like I'll do my sweeping, and then I will like retire to my little laboratory that I've built in the hold, and like I'm not even really acknowledging even the rest of the party.
Okay.
I'm gonna slowly work on overcoming my fear of heights. Maybe one of these days I'll work my way up to the deck.
Okay.
I'll be doing my cleaning, my cooking, and make sure everything's good there. And I think one night, I want to try to summon my horse.
Okay.
Oh,
So
shit.
as you sit in quiet concentration, Lonan and Pippin slumbering behind you on their hammocks, Eerie, while the shifting has settled down, she is not awoken, restlessly sleeping behind you.
Okay.
You sit.
I'm just kind of like thinking, I'm just in my hammock, kind of waving back and forth, just thinking about it, and then like my thought becomes reality, and it's just like, summon
Yeah.
out of thin air.
As you feel like the darkness, almost like your eyes are unfocusing,
Mm-hmm.
as they kind of like, and you feel a pop as the pressure changes in your ears, and you focus back. Your horse is standing in front of you.
Cross plane of travel.
Cool.
Wow. I'm gonna go over there and just gonna pet him, calm, and make sure it's all good.
He'll put his forehead to your forehead,
Oh. I thought you must have been terrified when I vanished out of there.
and you get like the sense of like worry and sadness and kind of like a little bit of hurt and betrayal because you kind of left him alone on this weird whale,
True.
but
Yeah,
forgiveness.
Before that, you left him alone in the prison.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Outside of
Outside of the prison.
On the well. No, I got you in the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to try. Oh, sorry, if you're right.
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
I'll just let him kind of like rest, and I'll just bring him some corn chowder once in a while and some other food.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get a kind of a friendship going with Akano. Kind
Okay.
of like just learn how he's like maybe if he's like willing to let me like steer the ship like for like 2 minutes or something like that. But mostly trying to find out like exactly what kind of timeline we're talking on. Like if it's like 2.5 breaths per day, that
Okay.
sort of
You
thing.
want to try to figure out.
I want to figure out the time.
So this is the night after the corn chowder.
the night.
This is
Bum,
you
bum,
have
bum.
like finished eating the corn chowder,
Yeah.
and you are up on the deck in the unending daylight of the plane of air with Akana, who is resting above deck.
Okay.
Loaded, your friend here makes a mean food.
Quite good. Yes. Very good.
Yes.
Yes. So more about the food. Do you need any help in the kitchens?
Well, I'm sure you could help, but you do such a good job cleaning up here, and your friends don't seem too keen on leaving the hull. Especially that Gray. He does not seem to like the open air.
I don't think he does. No. He's very cautious when it comes to getting out of the sky.
Maybe one day.
Perhaps, yes. So I've kind of come to the conclusion that per rest, per sleep, if you feel tired, it seems to be 2 breaths, if I'm thinking correctly.
So,
First breath is in the morning, and the second breath is at night, correct? At sleep, I guess we should say.
yes, you use strange words. You eat at breaths,
Okay.
and sleep is between, but waking is also between.
Okay. Well, it might
It's
take...
much easier with Bulera here.
It might take me some time to figure this out, but I think eventually I will. And I'll just kind of jot down
Hopefully,
some things, yeah.
hopefully. Okay. So eventually, time will pass. You guys go into, get into these routines. Gray, did you ever want to try risking going up on the hole
Yeah, during those 10 days.
during the 10
One of
days?
those- one of those
So we'll
days
jump
was-
to the end of the 10 days then.
Mhm.
Okay.
As Gray heroically makes his first steps outside of the cabin.
It's kind of like more push the doors open and hold on to the side and look out,
Yeah.
and then close the doors. Next
As you look.
next time I'll walk out there.
Okay.
You have like agoraphobia.
Yeah.
I have like heightophobia. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Agoraphobia.
Yeah.
My horse is behind me, just making sure I
Yeah.
don't fall.
Your horse pushes
your
you
head,
forward slightly.
Your head and your horse's head peek outside, and then go back on
Yeah.
the deck.
They both
Yeah.
neigh and go back
Say
in.
Shaggy is cute.
Yeah.
So after the 10 days, Lonan, you'll be on deck with Akano, as you generally are. Having chores been finished, he'll be steering. And roll a perception check for me.
20.
20, okay. So, you see, for the first time in the, what you would call 10 days, 10 rests, since you have left the village, the Boularans, and Wezo Boulair himself, you see specks of something that isn't clouds in the distance.
Like floating in the sky.
Specks of something in the
I'm not there.
distance. Yeah,
Everyone's busy.
it is being a bee.
Interesting. What could those be?
What do you speak of?
The shiny specks in the sky.
Oh, good. We are on course. Those are isles.
Islands.
Shattered isles. It is on the way to the shattered continent. We shall be.
Ooh.
We shall reach the city soon. I think. I hope. If winds
Already?
are good. But you must hope that winds are good. That's the way that winds get good.
Well, let's hope so. And I'm going to go
Yes.
down. I'm going to inform Pippin and Gray. We're so close, it seems, to the city that we're going to already.
What?
That's what I was saying. Is it doesn't seem accurate to what you mentioned.
Is it like another ship?
No, it's apparently the islands, the Shattered Islands.
You're floating? My gosh.
And Pippin's hair is like all messy, and I have like dark circles under my eyes. I'm gonna come out of my little laboratory. Islands in the sky.
Maybe we should take a look for science, for research.
Let me know what you find. Then I'm gonna go back into my cubby.
I'm trying to build up some courage, take a step out of my bed. Alright, I'm going out. I'm doing it. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So London, you lead the way out of the cabin, and Gray.
I'm going to hold on to Gray's hand, and I'm going to walk him out of the cabin.
Okay.
Come on,
Thank
Gray,
you.
let's head on out. You can lean on me if you need.
Alright.
How hard are you gripping London's hand?
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, it's like broken
Okay.
fingers, right?
I'll lean him up there and I'll show him like the Shattered
Okay.
Islands in the sky.
You kind of get the first like breath of air. It's been you didn't realize how stagnant it was and how much it smelled of Pippin down
Ooh.
there.
It
Yeah,
smells like
I-
Pippin and
Yeah,
dirty
it smells
fumes.
ripe.
Yeah.
Ripe. It's ripe down there.
Yikes.
With all
Pippin.
me and all my chemicals.
Oh, and the horse too?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Well, the horse is weird.
Yeah, he's like a magic horse.
Yeah, the horse has 100%
Yeah,
efficiency.
he smells like brimstones or something.
So not great, a little sulfury.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sulfur
But you get
shiner.
that fullest like breath of fresh air as you step out. But it is
Ooh.
scary. You see
Wow.
nothing.
Yeah, this is a bit much. I'm gonna tighten my grip.
Hmm.
Where did you see the specs?
I'll show you in the sky. Look up there, Gray. Look up there.
I will look.
Roll perception.
17?
17. You do see them. They're very small. They're almost like they're like you would have to like look for a minute before you finally saw them. But they're small specks
Wow.
up in front of the ship.
That's incredible. There's no like pillars, there's no nothing, there's just speck.
That's the islands. It's Shattered Islands apparently. So I'm not too sure if
Oh, wow.
I'm not too sure what to expect.
Is
Doesn't
there any
look
like guardrails or anything around?
Yep, there's guardrails. It's not just like nothing.
Alright, I'm
Yeah.
just holding on to that and his hand,
Okay.
just to be on the safe side.
Whilst I'm in the ship's hold by myself, Can I get a blood sample from Erie?
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna secretly look and no one's looking. I'm gonna run over and go.
And as the blood comes out, it is scarlet tinged, but more of a deep purpley color.
Her blood's purple?
Cool.
Okay.
What?
I'm gonna take the and
Very
make sure no
nice.
one's seeing me and then scuttle back to my little lab.
Okay.
This might be
Okay.
potion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Lonan. Do you know how long it'll take us to get to those shattered lands?
He mentioned that we're on our way there right now, so it seems like the city is the next stop.
Like 1 breath, 2 breath?
We'll have to ask Kano.
He's not. You guys are like kind of like at the front of the ship, and he's
I'm
at the
like
back.
pointing to like,
Oh.
I'm like gesturing like he's up there.
Oh,
And he waves.
I'll stay here and just kind of make sure everything's safe. If you want to go up and ask him.
Okay, I'll go on up and ask him.
Like white knuckled gripping onto the rails.
Yeah.
Kano, we're curious, how long will it take to get to where we need to go? Sorry, to the Shattered Islands and to the city.
Oh, the city is still far, but 16 breaths? 17.
16 breaths, okay.
17 breaths.
Well, and I'm gonna yell down, 16 or 17 breaths, Gray, seems not too much longer.
Oh, fantastic!
Yes.
And then I'll just try to
And
go
then
with the
trade commences. The joys of trade.
Trade, yes, trade.
Yes.
yes
And
ground
then
land.
still a long way though to the Tower of Rest.
And I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh.
You guys just blink at each other
Yeah, it's like-
awkwardly.
And he smiles like,
I know what you're saying.
Language gap. You're just like.
yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna try to make my way back and just kind of go along the guardrail. Back
Yeah,
to the
and
door.
eventually make your way back.
Yep.
And with that, we're gonna take our first break for the night.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you all for tuning in so far, guys.
Thanks
Yes,
for watching.
thank you.
Thanks for watching.
And
Don't forget to
Stick
stick
around.
around.
We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody.
We're back.
Welcome back from the break. Quickly, it's technical issues. Travis needs to
Yeah,
adjust the
I
camera.
accidentally kicked this with my foot when we were doing that, so I gotta...
Is it also crooked?
I think it looks... Doesn't it look crooked?
It's so crooked.
I think it's because it used to be over here.
No.
It's okay. I don't need to be on the camera.
No, Travis, it's like...
I got it.
That's fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
We can move it a little bit further down, too. Is that too? Just a bit further.
There you go, that's good.
That's good. Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Alright.
Perfect.
Alright, welcome back, guys. So last we left off from before the break, Gray had heroically gone above deck for the first time in what's ending in days, or what you guys think it might be days, to see the slowly approaching shapes of floating rocks or islands in the distance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Akano, you mentioned before that the Shattered Islands is where we're passing. Is there any chance that we could stop there?
Oh, no.
Not even for a moment.
Oh, the islands are dangerous, wilderness.
Ooh.
Strange, dangerous beasts live there.
Can we... What would it take for us to stop there? I believe Pippin would love to see what's there.
This vessel is not equipped.
Do you have a vessel on here that we could take? Perhaps like an emergency vessel in case anything happens, what we can take?
An
To go there?
emergency vessel.
What happens if...
What do you mean by that?
For example, we have back home. We have a big ship similar to this, but we also have a small ship on that ship. just in case the big ship goes bad or something happens to it.
Oh, if this ship goes bad, we all die.
So there's
But
no
that's what's happened.
Thank God I
What's-
went down.
there's no insurance policy in case there's no backup in case this ship has issues. That's what you're telling me.
Well, what issues would we have? And how would a smaller ship help
What
us
if
with
a
that?
what if another ship attacks this ship? Is that possible around here?
Well,
Does that happen? From where we're from, there's things called pirates, which.
that word is good. I had no word before. Pirates.
So, when
Pirates.
where we're from, there's other ships that will come in and take your things and take your ship. Does that happen here?
Yes.
That-
Not here though.
How much crew? Like, was it like 3 members? 3 crew members?
It's like
Four
the
total.
3 kids.
Oh my god.
We are the muscle.
So what you're telling me is we don't have a backup ship. We possibly will have enemies or pirates that could attack us.
Oh, not here.
What's the guarantee that there is? But you just mentioned that we're passing the Shadowed Islands. Is it possible that one of the beasts comes onto the ship from those? I'll be right back, Akano. I'm gonna run down as fast. I'm gonna like do that thing where like you go down like the
Yeah.
down like the ladder, and I'm gonna run right to. I'm gonna.
I'm still walking
Pippin?
slowly.
Yeah,
I'm
Grace, you're almost at the ladder and Logan just runs by.
As I run by Gray, I'm gonna like hit him in the shoulder and like run right past him, and I open up the door and I'm like lean on the door. Pippin.
You slightly get nudged forward.
So inside the hold, you can see me standing over Erie with like my goggles down and magnifying glasses, and I'm holding a bunch of balls.
And like a scalpel, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
and so I'm gonna grab his hand. Pippin,
Yes.
you need to listen to this.
What?
We are about to embark on something that I don't think we knew what we were getting ourselves into.
I'm a little busy here.
No, listen, Pippin. There is no backup boat, which I was concerned about. There is possibility that there's going to be pirates boarding the ship, and then we're coming across an island that could have actually attack us as of right now.
Is there pirates out there right now?
They mentioned that it could be anywhere, and we're going by the Shadowed Islands that potentially could harm us.
Yeah.
Does this not concern you at all?
Lonan, I thought we talked about this back when we were in the monkey village. There's gonna be threats. I don't know what you want me to do about that.
Remember the last time we did not prepare for things, and you decided that you would take one bag of holding and add it to another one?
And Pippin's gonna. Yeah.
Let's not go down that road again. I think we need to prepare. Let's put the potions down for quite a little while and reconvene upstairs. I don't even think Gray understands the potential hostility that we're going across.
So what do you want to
You
do
have
then,
any moves,
Mona?
sense.
I think that we need to find out
like
and
sitting
be
on deck.
somewhat cautious. I mean, Gray's so good at being vigilant, perhaps he can do that upstairs.
You left all the doors open and you can hear like a quiet sobbing.
I'm gonna like, I'm not gonna yell, but Gray, come here, Gray.
Can I hear him on deck?
You can hear a Gray.
Great. I think it's just my inner thoughts. It's okay. Calm down. I'm just gonna try to take some deep breaths, and then I'll try to get up and then get back to the ladder, and then try to slowly make my way to the door
Okay.
and slowly downstairs.
So it's quite a while. Gray doesn't respond.
How long until, while he's walking down, how long until Iria even wakes up at this point?
I'm not sure.
If she's just going to be unconscious this entire time, are you just going to continue to run experiments on her?
I was planning on it, yes. I'm curious
idea.
on her
That's-
shifting factors.
So I was actually curious, and this is something that I know that I think you might be working on right now. You mentioned about a potion that could prolong me turning into somebody else.
Yeah.
Could we potentially harness her ability and transform myself to look differently temporarily?
I'm not sure. It seems risky, like putting 2 bags of holding together. And then I'm gonna walk into my little laboratory and push a crate as the door.
Gray, and then I'm assuming Gray walks through.
No, Gray doesn't walk through for
No?
another few. Yeah, Gray's not there yet.
So I'll just sit there with my thoughts, and I was like, oh my god. Like, we're in for potential doom here.
So after like probably another 5 minutes or so, Gray
I'll do
like
it.
comes trembling into the room, like knees clacking.
So he's
together.
already like shaking, and I'm just about to spill this news on him.
And my horse is just like trying to comfort me.
Yeah, like you have the hoof on your back.
And he kisses him on the cheek.
Yeah, what?
Meanwhile, the horse is carrying her.
Yeah.
Great, it's time to get yourself together here, my friend. You need to understand the potential danger we could possibly be in.
Danger. We're on a boat in the air.
And I don't mean to make it matters worse, but it does not seem that there's a backup boat in mind. Potentially, if anything happens to this one, I don't think that they have a way off of it. And
Death is death.
there's another problem. They encounter pirates periodically, just like we do. They're not prepared for it. As you can see, they have 2 children and 1 veteran, it seems. And we're going by the Shattered Islands.
Yeah, I seen those specs.
So what I'm saying is that I think that me and you, considering Pippin doesn't seem to care, needs to go out there and make sure that everything will be okay.
How do we do that? What do you want to do?
Well, considering the fact that
I mean, we can't drive the ship.
No, but we can definitely help them be on alert at least.
I mean,
I'm gonna move a little box. So you want us to go keep watch?
I think if we were be able to... The problem is if anything happens and we're down below, we're not up there to help them.
So you want us to go hang out up there?
Yes.
Why didn't you say that?
I've been mentioning that for a while now. You would rather do some experiments on Erie, which I am condoning at this point, considering you're...
experiments on Erie.
Yes.
Never mind, Gray.
I've been studying her.
Well, I mean, don't you think you should get consent first?
She's nodding her head, yes, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
That's not how this
She's
works.
like seizing.
Yeah. Medical
done.
ethics have not yet been invented.
Yes.
Well, in this plane.
Okay, so you just want us to go upstairs and keep an eye out? It seems like you said a lot more than that.
No, I'm just worried that if we stay down here and something happens, we're not going to be able to protect those that are trying to get us back to our own plane.
Alright, back up the stairs, Gray. I know you worked really hard to get down here.
Gray, if it helps you at any, just...
How about I stay next to the door? Because to be honest, let's face it, I can't do anything to things coming to us. I have to get here first. You guys can like spit stuff and like shoot stuff.
Yeah,
I'll
you
just
don't have
kinda-
any ranged abilities.
Yeah, I'll just stay next to the door and make sure nothing comes like on the ship, right?
That's
So-
fine.
Yeah.
I go up the stairs.
So as you guys turn to walk through, you hear the footsteps coming from above, and you see the legs of Akano coming down the stairs. Boys, what is the matter?
Akana, I have to be honest, you've got me quite worried. I mean, I don't know about the rest of the crew here, but
Worried? Why are you worried?
I'm not...
I don't understand. Is this because we don't have a smaller boat inside of this boat?
That is... You're close. Akana.
That's correct.
That is one of the reasons
Well,
that I'm very worried.
Explain to me what this tiny boat functions.
He's afraid of falling.
Yeah.
Not only
But-
that, but what happens if we lose this boat? What is our second?
How would we lose this boat?
It
What?
can't, like, how many, like, have you ever been attacked by pirates before?
We've
No.
already...
Never.
I've already
No.
asked this question.
I've never been attacked by pirates before.
Nobody has unwillingly boarded your ships.
Well, you don't seem very willing at this point.
Sorry, nobody has boarded your ships in turn trying to harm you or steal things from you.
No.
Oh.
Well, there's those urchins. That one time, but
That one time. So how long ago was this when this happened?
He's gonna say a number of breaths.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Well,
a 5,000 breath
Stop
trigger.
asking him time.
1,300 breaths.
Thank you. I go upstairs. Pippin's
Connor,
pissed.
at this point, I think that we're going to be on watch at this point and make sure that nothing bad happens.
On watch. What will you do?
Just make sure that nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, we're gonna
Also-
look at the sky. Hopefully that'll help.
Also, cook our
course.
meals.
Cook our meals.
Yes,
do
also
you
cook.
fight?
We do, yes.
Ah, interesting. Maybe we can go closer to Shattered Islands then.
Why would we?
It is quicker.
My idea.
I was going to skirt around.
It's
But-
quicker to go through. Will we be attacked?
I wouldn't say through, but closer.
And there's beasts on these islands.
Will these
Yes.
beasts be able to get onto the ship?
Can they fly? I'm guessing they can
Well,
fly.
most things fly.
I guess it'd be hard to get around here if you could.
I fly with my trusty ship.
Sure thing.
Don't break it.
Yeah, we need this.
Yeah.
We only have one apparently.
Yes, I'll go again with a tiny ship. Absurdity.
Well, I suppose we could skirt closer to the islands. I think that we could probably knock some giant bird out of the sky or something.
Well, tell me what you do first. What you do to help me.
And I'm gonna show him my bow.
Ah.
I'm not gonna shoot an arrow.
Hunter. Hunter.
Yes.
Noble practice.
Long range. You can see that this,
Yes.
and I'm gonna show him the arrow travels
Very
far.
noble practice.
Yes.
I say, spiritual you are then.
You can say that, yes.
Yes.
And as he's saying that, I'm going to show the vines wrapping around the arrow.
You haven't been able to do that yet.
Oh, really? I thought I had the...
No, he's talking
The
about
quiver.
he's talking.
He hasn't been able to do that yet.
You haven't even looked at the quiver.
Yeah, you haven't done it on camera. It was like 90% dead when you got it.
And in my mind, I do it.
And then a
Mine.
rose sprouts at
Yeah,
the
I'm
top.
like, look.
You show off your pretty rose ring. Ooh.
You can kiss it if you like.
And I'm gonna take out some
Oh.
potion bottles and juggle them.
Delirious told me you are artificer.
Alchemist.
Logistics. Doesn't matter. You I trust you can help. I have met some Loxogith that know the traits. They can be quite intimidating.
I'd be interested in meeting some if we come across them.
Ooh. Hopefully not. Lots of pirates in that space.
Let's go there.
That's nice.
So now you do know what pirates are.
Well, you told him what a pirate
I
was.
do know
He
it.
didn't know
You
the he didn't know the
told me-
common word.
You told me the word. I know it by, and it's like a crack of thunder followed by like a warm breeze.
So
is what
just
it
to
sounds
confirm,
like.
Connor, the way that you're bringing us around is the safe route to where we need to go.
No, you can help. We're going a bit more risky.
You told him we could fight, and now he wants to sail
Yes.
closer to the
Oh,
riskier area.
great.
to see
What
if
what
I-
can you do?
Just pull my swords out a little bit.
No, Gray. Those are so small. You need with sharp. I don't know the word for it. I can show you in my cabin.
Okay.
Sorry, you have weapons.
Well, of course. I am captain of the ship. I need to be able to defend it. I normally am one. My children are very smart, but not very strong. I am protector, as well as captain and navigator. I can help, but four of me in you. We can fend off the creatures.
Sure.
Yes, those cretins.
Okay, go show Gray your weapon.
Yes,
Me and
come-
Ronan are gonna
come-
look
come
at
with
the
me.
I
sky.
follow
Actually, I don't
them.
mind going with them. I would like to see what you have.
Okay,
I'm
we're
okay.
all going.
Yes, come with me.
Group grab.
And you guys will go back up the stairs, and he'll open the door to the right, and go inside. And it's a fairly simple cabin with but it has a real bed in it, and a nice metal frame. And you can tell that the covers are made of some sort of leather, but like sewn thick, and they look quite plush. And he walks over to a closet, and he opens it up. And as you open up, you can see a variety of different halberds and glaives within it.
Cool.
I don't know your word, but good weapon.
I'll look through them all.
Yeah.
So there's about there's probably only like 4 in total. Two of them are fairly plain. They look like they're simple fashioned out of a strange wood, or like a porous kind of wood, with some sort of metal heads. One's a glaive, one's a halberd. And the second one is a bit more ornate. It has some decoration on it, some feathers, very long, very long, slender feathers, like a deep maroon kind of color. And that one is a glaive, and the other one is very decorative, and its head is kind of almost in the shape of a cloud, where the tip of the glaive is the edge of a cloud. Think like Dragon Ball Z cloud, like the very poofy thing with the sharp end. And the wood it's on is carved and etched with silvers and golds in it as well.
Nice collection of pole arms you have here.
Pole arms. That's the word for that in your tongue?
Yes.
Fascinating.
That's a glaive. That's a halberd.
Glaive.
Yeah, it's alright.
Pole arm.
Just sure.
Pole
yeah.
arms.
Now, our friend here, when we arrived at first, had something drawn on him when we arrived.
What?
It was held in the hand of somebody, and it looked... Can you describe it, Gray?
Oh, the little mechanism.
It looked like... I don't even know how to describe it.
It was like a little cannon in his hand.
Cannon.
Like it.
Do
Like,
you
Yeah.
mean
Like shot it.
the?
Like,
yes.
Yes,
Like that.
yes.
Oh, yes. Sorry, what's the one do that? No words in your tongue to describe name of it, but I can say that shock. It would shock
oh.
you. And wrap. Shock and wrap. Easy capture
Oh.
for used for porpoise.
Do you
Used
have
for
anything like that
porpoise.
here?
No, I am not farmer or hunter.
Oh.
I am merchant.
All right.
I need no such things. But pole arms, I have.
Can I walk through them? Do I have like an initial like hole? Like, can I like? If
Well,
I kinda-
definitely the nicest one would be draw your attention the most.
Right.
Yes.
But I'm kind of thinking spiritually, religiously.
Religion, not roll a religion check. You know, roll a religion check.
That's got a plus somewhere. 11.
No, you don't feel any religious pull to any of the pull
They're
arms.
just a bunch of spears.
Then at that point, I mean, like, I like the cloud one. The cloud one looks
So-
cool.
Are you saying that, or are you reaching towards it?
I'm kind of more thinking about it, but I'm kind of like reaching toward
No,
it.
no,
Oh, is that
that
yours?
is mine.
Oh,
Relic of my family.
oh.
Yes.
I'm like looking around his bedroom.
I'll grab the one
So you
next
can
to it.
see a small writing desk that have some charts of sorts, but the charts seem strange. They don't really have anything on them. And there's a strange, like,
Blank page.
Yeah,
it's all this sky.
no, there's like strange lines and things you can't quite decipher and large blobs, but it doesn't look like any sort of map that you recognize.
Okay.
And there's a strange kind of spinning device, almost like an astrolabe, that you would recognize it as, but you don't. Roll a quick intelligence check for me.
Well, I am very intelligent. I rolled a 3.
You can add your proficiency to it as
Okay.
well because you're kind of using your artificial knowledge.
11.
11. You are having a hard time judging what it would do, but you can tell it has a purpose.
Okay.
And that's what kind of is like. The rest of it was fairly plain. There is some like simple tapestries of. There's one large one above the bed that appears to depict Bulera, Wezo Bulera, on it. But other than that, there isn't too much adorning the room.
All right.
So you reach for the second one,
Yeah.
the nice glaive that has
Yeah.
Ah.
Very ornate one. Yeah.
nice choice.
How does it?
That is Rock Slayer.
Oh,
Yes.
Rock
Rock Slayer. How does it
It's-
feel? Like, is it light? Is it?
It feels, you grab it, it almost feels like there's nothing to it at all. But it feels good. It doesn't feel like, maybe a bit too light, but it feels like manageable in your hands.
Akano, when we go
Wow,
to
this is beautiful.
when we approach the Shattered Islands, what do we have to worry about?
Yeah. What sort of creatures?
Like, what are we worrying about?
Birds.
Birds, something like that. That's what I was
It's
thinking.
hard to say
Draw us a picture on all these blank pieces of paper you have.
blank.
Yeah.
These are not blank.
Okay. Do you have any blank pieces of paper
Why would I need such things?
to draw?
I don't draw.
All right. I'm gonna go and walk around the deck.
I could.
I'm not having a very good day. Pippin's gonna skulk away.
Apparently. So as you go up to Pippin and you leave the room, you can see that you hadn't seen the specs before, but you can very clearly see shapes in the distance. Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of look at them. I'm gonna kind of sit down on the deck. And I'm gonna take out my little broken pocket watch, and kind of like lean over the deck and like hang it over the sky. Kind of look around.
You drop it. No, okay.
No, he thinks about it, but then he doesn't.
Okay. So, interruption. Good choice.
Yes.
Which
Very.
I
very sturdy.
do not think I can give forever. But while you board ship, you may use.
Okay.
That good?
Good.
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 My temporary gift.
Oh, thank you so much.
He didn't give it to you. He kind of just
Yeah,
gestured.
no,
You already
yeah,
holding it.
But I'm gonna say thank you so much. I'll really kind of try to grasp the usage of this ornate item here. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it will do well.
Yeah, it's much longer than sword.
Has the reach.
Yes.
The reach. Yes.
Would help against fly.
You want it? We should go up though now.
We should, yes.
It is time. We probably need I do not know word in your to watch carefully.
Yes.
Yes, an action to do to watch carefully. We need to watch carefully.
Has he changed the direction of the ship yet? Because he's just been with us the whole time.
No, it's kind of just been like
It's all
steady in a single direction.
Is someone driving? Or is...
No.
Okay.
Magic.
Not that Pippin sees.
Okay. There's just no one up on deck?
Yeah. You can see that the wheel isn't spinning, because you would have seen the wheel at least at one point. But you can see
Okay.
it's not moving.
Yeah.
No one's driving
The
at all?
pirates
No.
are up there.
The pirates?
Yeah, don't you see all 12
Yeah, but so he
members?
hasn't changed the course of the ship at all then. So he hasn't moved closer
Today?
to the island. Since we've been talking to him about
No,
Upstairs, yeah.
he hasn't gone upstairs yet.
Okay, that's what I'm
Yes,
asking.
I just already said no.
Okay.
Yeah. I already said no, and then you asked again.
Okay.
So then you guys will all go above.
Yep.
Yes, we shall go. The current path will bring us close.
So going upstairs, like, what do we see? Are we still like pretty far away from the Shadow Island?
Looking at it, you can see that the specks are much larger now. You still can't really see any definition or color, but you can see that they're the shape of almost like crystals in the
Okay.
distance. Some of them, and you can see that more specks have appeared beyond these like more defined crystalline
Do they
shapes.
look like they are kind of fixed in the air, or are they moving amongst themselves?
It's hard to tell at the distance.
Okay.
But you can roll a perception check for me.
I'm gonna do that too.
You didn't ask.
Okay, sure.
It's okay.
You can do it.
Yeah. Never mind.
You don't realize.
No.
11.
11. You have a really hard time with this kind of perspective. You're used to having a horizon to judge things based off of,
Mm-hmm.
and it really doesn't. That doesn't happen here. There's
Okay.
no horizon for
Okay.
you. Yeah. Yeah.
Strange.
But good. I will steer soon. Stay watchful.
I
All
almost
right.
feel like strong.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a rock slayer.
Yeah, are you still afraid of the heights?
No, I feel like I'm cemented to the ship. I
Really?
mean, I'm just like super
Ah.
pumped.
Haha. You're funny.
Aha. Yeah. I feel great though. I'm just gonna stand there with my glaive and just kind of like have both hands really tight.
I'm glad one
Yeah.
of us feels great.
Yep. Yep.
Gray.
Yeah.
Great.
TM.
Tip. Tip.
So I'm just gonna stay on high alert.
So you're gonna say.
I'm staying vigilant.
There it is.
There we go.
Yep. So, a little time passes. Again, you guys have a very hard time. You guys do have internal clocks that help you judge a little bit based on how long it feels. It feels like a few hours pass. And as they come closer, you can see the Shattered Isles come into perspective. And you can see gray stone covered with greenery on the tops and on the sides. But you don't see any shapes other than the mountains. Pippin, as you get closer, you can see that some of them appear to be stagnant, but others seem to be shifting slowly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And as you guys really get closer, it feels like a big part of your view in front of you are these isles. Akano scurries up to the wheel, and he will turn the ship, and it'll arc a little farther away. So it's more on your the left-hand side of the ship.
Okay.
I'm not using ship terms because I don't know them.
Gray.
Yes.
Here, I made this morning for you. It's another flying potion, just in case. Lonan, yours
Thank
one
you.
too, in
Thank
case
you very
you
much.
fall.
Ooh. No, thank you very much. I was gonna say Mousy. Okay, I'm gonna add that to my thing.
Stay watchful now, friends.
Alright, do you have some sort of Telescope.
Yes.
Could I borrow it?
Yes. And he's going to shout something that sounds like the booming of thunder and the rustling of a bush in the middle of a forest. And one of the twins, you still have not been able, especially you, Pippin, you do not know the difference between Lucky Mel and Naughty Mel. They look very similar, they dress very similar, they act very similar. You're going to have a very hard time distinguishing the two. But one of them will kind of will swoop down from in the riggings where they spend most of their time, and go into the cabins and come out with a large, a small brass tube.
Alright.
And hand it to you.
I'm gonna take it and telescope it out.
So you try to, and nothing happens.
I examine it.
Yeah. Just do an investigation check.
Investigation is 17.
And upon looking closer, you can see a small dial that wraps around the center of this brass tube.
Okay, I push the dial.
You don't push the dial.
Okay, I twist the dial.
You twist the dial, and the front kind of petals open like a rose, revealing the front of a large spherical kind of lens.
Okay, I look.
And the other side opens up to a small hole.
Okay, I look through the small hole.
The small hole and a big breath in front of you of air. You can see the particulars of clouds that are closer to you, and as you turn it towards, you can see small forms kind of crawling over some of the islands. They don't look very big.
All right, enhance.
No.
Can I tell what they are?
You cannot tell what they are. Roll a quick nature check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Good thing I'm good at nature. 15.
You do not know what they are, but you can see feathers, and you can tell that it's some feathers of an avian kind of nature.
Some sort of avian creatures are scuttling across the islands.
Ooh.
Yes.
How far away is this, judging by what you're looking through?
These are one of the closer islands.
7 leagues. No, I have no idea. It's hard to tell distance because there's no point of reference. But I'd say probably pretty far since I'm using a telescope.
And how many does there seem to be on that island?
Several. There's not. I think there's a bunch. Not. Do I have a significant number?
A couple dozen.
A couple dozen, give or take a dozen.
Do they look large? Or do they look?
I have no point of telling size. Oh, there's no. They could be like little tiny birds or giant birds.
You can't even tell how really big the rock is.
Yeah, I can't tell how big the rock is.
They could be giants.
Yeah, that rock could be like really, really far away.
Yeah.
And they're like enormous.
So we should tell everybody to be on high alert, is what you're saying.
I'm just telling you what I see.
Akano, is he up there?
He's up top, and you guys are kind of towards the front of the ship.
Akano,
yes.
if you can, make sure that you be prepared, because at any point we can be attacked by some beasts that we're approaching.
Yes, you are quite cautious.
Should your kids go inside? Yeah, he's very, very cautious.
No, they'll head in if need be. We want Nanimal and Lakimal in the rafters up top.
Sure. All right, Gray. Where's your horse?
Downstairs.
So is Tenaculum.
Yeah, I
We'll
don't
leave them.
I don't want him to fall off or anything.
Can't you just summon him again?
I mean, yeah, but I can still feel his pain.
I suppose.
And you feel a little bit of gratitude well up inside you.
I could always make a new Tenaculum.
I could summon him back, but
Yeah.
Just gotta feel for little guys,
Well, I guess we'll keep watch. I'm gonna eat a piece of corn and kind of lean up, kind of hang over the
chowder,
side.
just
It's a really good chowder. You've been eating corn chowder for days.
Yeah,
but it's like really good whale blubber.
Oh, okay.
Stuff in it. It has a really good flavor.
Okay.
I have 5 days worth of corn, but I'm trying to ration it out for the good meals,
You're not just eating corn. It's chowder, okay?
Exactly.
There's very little corn in it.
Okay.
Perfect. So, do you think I'll use 2 days or 3 days?
We'll say 2 days. You probably haven't eaten it exclusively.
Okay.
But we'll say 2 days.
Nice.
So you guys can roll perception. We're gonna say another hour or so passes.
Perception.
So this is the potion that Pippin gave me. There's nothing in there, but there will be in the future.
Yeah.
Actually,
Here's another potion
because
too.
it's like for flying, it just has air in it. You know?
Yeah, it's just full of air.
Yeah.
The potion of air.
So I need to know. We'll start with Pippin here.
I didn't even get to see it
You
because.
did 14.
Okay, thank you.
It's perception, you said?
18.
Okay.
19.
2.
I thought you were gonna say
Grace
20.
just like keep going.
Do I get a bonus because of my telescope? Advantage.
No.
I'm just looking at my
Oh.
glaive.
I throw it over.
You can
It's
see more-
useless. I'm just kidding.
You get disadvantage now because of that. So as you guys are looking, Gray, you feel a lot more confident with this glaive in hand, but you are kind of realizing that you're kind of getting a little queasy as you're looking over the sides. You don't feel like scared anymore, but like that kind of air sickness is getting into your blood a little bit.
Yep.
You're like, ugh. So you're not really focusing too much.
Okay,
But after a couple hours pass, you get close enough to the rock that you saw before to see that it was just kind of these strange birds that have 3 sets of wings, but that are fairly small, only about the size of 2 fists together. Fly up from this like fairly small rock and kind of like fly over to another larger one nearby.
So they're just like floating rocks in the air?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Just floating rocks of different assorted shapes and sizes. You can see in some of them, you can see like sharp like slashes of color of some sort of like either a mineral or like some sort of gem or like ore like cutting through the rock. But most of them are like a slate kind of gray with different foliage growing on top and on the sides of them. Yes?
What makes the rocks float?
What do you mean?
Oh, goodness. Never mind. Continue. Proceed as with it. I'm just gonna shake my head.
Yeah.
How much longer are we gonna be on the ship, though?
Seems like an eternity at this point.
Yeah. If we have to wait another 10 breaths, I'm gonna jump off the edge.
Be careful, you might float like this.
Sorry, what? Gray, are you okay? You look a little pale.
I'm great. Great. I'm Gray.
You're great.
I'm Gray. Yep.
So as Gray is making this bad pun, London and Pippin, you hear a sharp sound echoing off some of the stones that are off to the side of you.
How close are these stones to us?
Probably like it depends. Some of them are like maybe like
Are they like overhead right now? Like, are we going like?
no. You guys are like beside them. You guys are in the field. You can see like a lot more off like past the ones. You guys kind of going on the
How far?
outskirts of them. I would say maybe like a kilometer away. So
Okay.
like close but not like far.
Okay,
You
so
know?
we hear a cry.
But
from
you
the
hear a
rocks.
sharp cry
What's it
coming
sound
from
like?
that
Do it,
direction.
do it.
No, it's very high pitched. But you can. Yeah, it's
Oh no, I know that cry.
It's the fog coming in now.
but you can feel a pain in it
Oh,
as you hear it ring out. Oh.
sounds painful. Econo,
Yes.
what's that?
What's what?
The noise you hear out there.
One moment, I heard no noise. Great, did you hear a noise?
Did I don't know. I did not hear anything.
Okay, shh, everyone listen.
And you hear it again. Sharper.
Akano, can you not hear that?
Oh, I heard it this time.
What is that?
I don't recognize the cry. One of you has the seer. Do they not?
I telescope. Shh.
4 multiplier.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Nice.
With advantage, you said, right?
That is a 22.
A 22. So, Pippin, as you graze your sight over, you hear another of the sharp cries. Very loud, and it seems a bit louder this time than it was before. Very echoey coming from the distance. But you see movements between the rocks on the outskirts.
Big.
Large.
See something
Ooh.
big, guys.
A flash of color, a flash of purple
Something purple.
as it comes through. And you kind of like have to track, and you lose it. And you see it go by again. But this time you see another flurry of color behind it. Slate
Okay.
grays and blues, similar to the colors of the stones around them.
Okay.
And you just see, and that's all you see for now.
Okay, there's something big moving over there.
Is it coming towards us?
Not from what I can tell. I think
my
we
God.
would be able to tell if it's coming towards us because there's literally nothing between us and it.
True, but... True.
So just keep your eyes on the island.
I'll face the island.
Okay. And Gray, as you turn, and Pippin, as you lower the telescope, you see the bright fly up above. You see a flap of wings.
Oh no.
And the large shape of purple as it dives again, and but you can see it now
What is it?
continuously. You only see the purple. You put away the telescope.
Oh. I look again.
Is it like coming towards us?
You can't tell right now. You can just see that you can see it now. It's not like diving in and out of the shapes anymore. Pippin, upon looking, you see a long, sharp face with like dangerous-looking teeth pointing out of them as the mouth opens and it cries out again with two tongues poking out of it. Its large, leathery wings tipped with 3 talons on the end, attached to its body, almost like a bat. And as you're looking at it more, you can see distinct, almost like a leopard-like markings of greens, dabbled mossy greens, dabbled onto its soft purple skin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it like a bat? Is it like a
It has like
banshee
a-
from the Avatar movie?
No.
That's what I'm picturing.
No. You can roll a
Animal handling?
No, it's not. He's not trying to handle the animal.
I'm gonna.
If you could roll a nature check.
Nature.
Oh no, roll Arcana.
Arcana, even better. No, they're the same. 16.
16. You don't know quite what this is, but it seems like it has a very draconic head to you.
Draconic.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Arcana, is there dragons here?
Dragons?
Fire-breathing lizards that fly?
Flying.
Oh,
no, this
God.
area has.
Oh god, I'm gonna go get Tenaculum. Hold on. And I run downstairs to get Tenaculum.
And Lonan and Gray, you can see the shape getting larger
It's coming towards us.
as a fly.
Tenaculum! Tenaculum! And I grab Tenaculum and run up
I
the
have
stairs.
my glaive out, and then in Draconic, can I yell stop?
Is it that close?
No.
Okay.
You can yell stop in Draconic, yeah. You speak Draconic.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be like, halt.
How do you know Draconic? I run upstairs with Tenaculum. Okay,
I'll wait for it
guys.
to get closer.
Guys, battle formation like we practiced.
We'll all get ready to battle.
Okay.
And I'll grab some potion bottles.
So as it slowly flies towards you, and it is a while away, so it doesn't come quickly. Do you keep looking at it, Pippin?
Yeah, of course.
So with the telescope, or
Oh, yeah.
So as you're looking with the telescope, roll one more perception check for me.
Perception check. Okay, that is pretty good. That is 19.
19. So you see, as you're trailing over its body, you kind of got distracted by its draconic head before, but you trail down. You can see a long tail that ends in a very sharp point, very deadly looking.
Scorpion tail, like.
I wouldn't necessarily say scorpion, but it definitely looks. It is not just a classic tail. It ends in a very in a more bulbous, sharp end.
Okay.
But as you're trailing down its tail, you see that blur of color again, that blur of gray and blue, and you see feathered creatures flying after this strange draconic one.
There's feathered creatures coming with it.
Yeah.
It has friends, guys.
There's more than one.
There's one big dragon-y looking one that's got a spiky tail, and there's a whole bunch of feathery ones following it that are smaller.
Wait. If they fly towards our balloon, we're all dead.
Yeah, don't let them pop the balloon.
There's a lot of them, though.
Yeah, get ready.
Akano, can we take evasive maneuvers?
I'm gonna start fidgeting with my metal gauntlet.
I can try. I thought no one said anything before.
Okay, you two, come here, quick. I've prepared something.
Okay.
So I'm gonna rush over to where Pippin is.
Okay,
I walk over.
I'm going to kind of click some levers and buttons on my my gauntlet, and then I'm gonna a little syringe is gonna pop out of one of the fingers, and I'm gonna shoot click it, and then a big cloud's gonna go poof around us.
Ooh.
And I'm using my own custom spell, Faust's Vigorous Vapor
Whoa!
on you guys.
That's sick.
So you guys are gonna get some temporary hit points.
Oh, nice.
So
Scheiße.
let me get it ready. While I do that, you guys can keep like preparing.
While he's doing that, you guys have one more action each before you have to roll initiative. As the creature looms in front of you.
I will try to shoot it if I can.
Okay, so you can try to take
Yeah,
a shot.
I'm
It's going to be
gonna-
a disadvantage because it is still too far away.
Is it? Okay.
But you can try.
I would like to cast Bless on all three of us.
Okay?
This is your day. Ooh, okay. Nope.
You also get a +4 to your attack for Bless.
Do I?
Yeah, plus a d4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus D4, yeah.
Yeah, it was like not plus 4,
Right.
plus
For
a
my,
d4.
for my attack, like roll?
Yeah, for the attack roll.
Yeah.
So I have to roll a d4 for that?
Yep.
Why did you get a plus D4?
I use Bless.
Did you bless me too?
Bless all of us.
Yay!
All of us. Okay.
Okay, so everybody, because I rolled so well, we all get 9 temporary hit points.
Oh, wow.
9.
So add that to your D&D Beyond.
Yeah, but that.
9. Sweet.
My D&D Beyond is not loading.
Oh,
Well,
no.
can't help you there. Alright. Guys, get ready.
Okay.
Alright.
So you miss with your. What'd you roll with your hit?
So it would be level 13 plus 2, so 15.
15 hits actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pick
And
up
you,
that
as you
D4.
fire at this the large purple draconic shape in front of you, it hits. You can roll your damage.
Okay, so I'm at... Anyways, I'm at 58 HP. Just my D&D Beyond won't load first. So.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna load...
We had this issue last time too.
I would like to
Now
use
it's loaded,
Halt
okay.
again.
No, you
Draconic.
Halt!
halt.
I need to see a Halt
So
pass.
it's 1d8, so I'll do the longbow attack.
Okay.
This will... Let's not make it like a magical attack right now.
Okay.
Oh, of course. 8.
8. Okay.
So it'd be 11. Piercing.
Okay. So as you fire the arrow, you fire it, and you can see it has gotten close enough now that you can see the full terrifying glory of this draconic form. And as you fire your arrow, it pierces right through its wing as that pained shriek airs out again. And even as you get closer, you guys can already see that on top of this bloody wound through its wing, you can tell it's already full of scratches. And it already has a lot of bruises and bloodiness
Oh
on
my
it
God.
already.
What
As
if
it flies
we get
toward,
attacked by those other guys.
as
Oh,
it flies
shit.
towards
They're
you,
like
and everybody roll initiative.
They're like flying piranhas.
Down
They're
order.
attacking it. You're
Do you
right.
want to switch to the thing?
Yep, you can switch.
Oh my god.
Oh, not bad.
It's a dragon.
I'm gonna put this right here. This is my wonderful ship I made, y'all.
Oh my
Alright.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, initiative. Are you ready?
I am ready for 25 to 20.
Nope.
Nope.
19 to 15.
Nope.
16.
Okay. So 16 you said?
Yep.
14 to 10.
Yep. 12.
12?
11.
12 you said, 11?
Yep.
And 11
Mhm.
gray?
Yo, who's the Thor looking guy?
That's Akana.
That's a Kano.
Damn.
Okay. So as the arrow pierces in this and the my brain's not working. And the draconic creature shrieks. One of the forms flies forward and latches onto its side. And upon being close enough for you guys to see, it is almost like this vaguely humanoid creature with a longer, sharp face, with a talon full of disgusting, rotten teeth, covered in feathers on its arms, using them to fly in the air, with really long, three-fingered hands with sharp claws on the end of them as well. As it flies towards this creature, and makes an attack.
So okay, so this thing's clearly attacking that one then. Okay.
Yes.
So the purpley thing.
So it hits with it misses its first attack as it's going to slash out with its claw, but its second attack will hit, scratching up the creature's face, raking one of its eyes as it claws out, and the draconic creature kind of halts in the sky and kind of like droops a little bit. And next up is Pippin.
Hey, Pippin.
Okay, I look over at Lonan. What do I do?
Okay, so looking at that, can I see that the one looks more vicious than the other one? Like, I guess, like, think of it like an animal, like a regular
It's
animal.
not your turn, so you don't get to know.
That's true, okay.
Pippin.
I'm going to I'm going to step over closer to the edge,
Okay.
and I'm going to pull some levers.
Well, you guys
on
can't
my...
even see these guys yet. They're like they're like out of frame.
I'm going to
Yeah.
pull
For
some
the-
levers on my gauntlet, and I'm going to hold flaming sphere.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
wow.
The perimeter, the thing for my spell, the condition that I'm holding for is for Lonan to tell me what to do.
Okay. So next up, another one of these creatures will flock to the side and go towards, once again,
We can't see it.
the draconic creature. Yeah, you guys, they can't see it yet.
Okay.
No, it's not that.
I have to, like, I only have so much room on the board, okay?
Okay.
As
I can't make a
it
decision
hits
on my
one of
own.
its attacks again, piercing into its hide, and this time into the connector of the shoulder of the creature, where its wing arm connects to its body.
We should just fly away.
As it kind of
Just roll
falters
up the
again,
windows and drive
with a really
by.
sad, almost like defeated kind of cry from the draconic creature. Less of the loud, more like the loud, terrifying pain scream before, and almost like the cry of a dead animal. Now,
All right.
next up is the creature, and the creature will fly forward. And it's gonna, as it flies out, the harpies are gonna try.
The harpies.
The harpies. Oh, the
That's not
harpies.
it.
Well,
Okay.
now we know what they are.
I have a hard time having names in front of me and not saying them, especially in this tune. I can't just say the creatures.
The harpies.
Okay, so both attacks miss as they kind of scrape at at the creature's skin as it flies forward more towards the ship.
The bird ones.
Oh, there they are.
20,
They're
25,
finally there.
30. And it crashes onto the board, onto the decks of the ship.
Ooh.
Does it look like super hurt? Like
It
it's-
looks super hurt.
Hmm.
And next up is Lonan as it crashes into like the
Lonan!
as it crashes into the mast.
Okay, so looking at how hurt it is, does it look at us like help me kind of thing?
It doesn't look at you.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it turns to you. Help me!
Yeah. Same
um,
expression that I use for Hulk.
I'm gonna run in front of it and stand in front of it, like kind of like on top of it almost.
Okay.
And I'm going to gesture to Pippin. Let's attack the ones that have been starting to attack it.
All right.
And I'm going to once again arrow
Okay. So arrow at
whichever. It doesn't really matter.
This is like an
Which
Avengers
one?
scene.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
one
One
or
left.
two.
One. That one.
One.
Yep.
Okay. And which one are you flaming sphere at?
It's an area of effect, so I'm gonna put it between them.
Okay. So right here.
A little bit closer to us.
So this little thing will be
The center of the flaming sphere.
Yeah. That's the. You can kind of see it on the board right now.
Who wants to go first? You go first.
Sure.
Yeah.
your turn.
So you can roll to hit.
So 16 plus.
That hits.
Okay. Well. And this time I will not do. I'm not gonna do anything magic. I'll continue to do my normal.
So I'm going to like.
Make sure you're
out of-
tracking your arrows because these are flying off into the void
Yep.
after.
I'm going to like shoot out like a little cloud of like purpley gas,
Oh,
and then I'm gonna like make a spark with my gauntlet and ignite it into a fireball.
They
Yeah.
pull my alchemist style.
No.
Yes.
Pippin Alchemist style.
What?
And so it's a 5-foot diameter sphere of fire, and as a bonus action, I can move the sphere, and if I ram creatures with it, the creatures make a saving throw. So yeah, you have to make a saving throw, dexterity saving throw.
You have to hit them.
If they, okay, yeah. So I create it, and then I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna move it.
You gotta create it in the area.
Yeah. So then as a bonus action, I can move it 30 feet. So I'm gonna move it between both of them, like.
So you create it on one and then bash it into the other? Like, is that what
Yeah,
you're
like
saying?
I'm making it on the side and then it's gonna sweep across them. I can move it through them, and if I move it through creatures, they make saving throws.
Okay. So, like, you're making it here
Yes.
and sweeping through.
Yes.
Okay, so they make what kind of saving throw?
Dexterity.
The first one gets a 10.
That fails.
The second one gets 11.
Okay, they both fail. So
Okay.
you're gonna take. The first one is going to take 16 fire damage.
And I did 11 piercing damage.
Oh my god. And this is the first one.
Yeah.
The second one.
Okay, 1 second. Let me do my math first. So 11 piercing damage and 16 fire damage. My god. So an arrow pierces the torso of this creature and stabs into its abdomen. As it looks up without making a sound, it kind of hisses at you, Lonan. As this ball of fire emerges next to it and sweeps through it, singeing its flames as it shrieks, "Ah!" in pain.
Yeah,
Oh my
the ball of
God.
fire kind of looks like a giant flaming snail or slug.
Tentacle.
Yeah, it's a giant slug
Whoa.
of fire.
Yeah, my god.
And then the
That's
other
a
one
lot
takes
of
the
damage.
same amount of damage.
Okay.
16
16.
fire damage.
Okay. My brain.
That's
Okay.
vicious.
Okay. So
Very
next
huge.
up is.
Well, no, I
oh wait,
get-
you get
I
another attack. Yeah. So who are you attacking? Which one are you attacking?
None of them. Natural one.
Natural
That one. The arrow just like you were like, wow, look at that fireball. It kind of goes wide.
That's like too distracted.
Yeah. Next up is Gray.
I'm gonna go stand next to the purple thing, purple dragon, and then closer to the edge. Other edge. Yeah, look right to the.
Like right here.
No.
Where are you?
All the way to the edge of the ship.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. I
And
get
now
it.
I'm gonna hold my action for one of those things or anything to come near me
Okay.
to attack. Not friendly, of course.
Yes. Yeah. Anything comes close to Gray. So next up, 2 more harpy creatures
Oh,
come
no.
flying
Oh
in.
my.
It's a whole flock of harpies.
Literally.
And they can't fly too far. They can't fly too close, but that's how close they get to the ship. And one of them, though, will come up, and a melody will
gonna
come out of its
sing?
throat.
Oh my god, it's gonna pull us off
Oh, can you imagine?
the ship. Oh my god.
And so, all of you guys must make a wisdom saving throw.
What kind?
I said wisdom saving
Oh.
throw.
So how does that work?
You make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, just like how any other saving throw works.
Pippin,
Oh, sorry.
I believe you have advantage on this.
Because I have my elf ancestry.
Yes.
Good, because my second roll was a natural one. So
Wait, does
my
that
elf
count
is-
towards with his +4 too?
Oh, do we
Saving
add...
throws.
Saving throws,
You get a
yeah.
+4, yes.
Dope.
Yes. 10.
15.
10.
8.
Pippin, you feel the magic seep into your head, but shake it off quickly. Your blood is stronger than that. Lonan and Gray, however, you both have this intense urge that this gross creature is no longer that gross creature. It is a beautiful woman.
Ooh.
Singing, floating in the air, very angelic, calling to you. You're the one. This is the woman for you, or man. I don't know how you guys lean, Lonan and Gray. They're the non-gender conforming creature of your desires.
Yeah, it's just a hot bird person.
Yeah, it's just a hot question.
But like, there's still a bird person. Oh, 100%. There's like a floating roasted turkey. Like, you'll love it.
Yeah.
And you guys are charmed by it.
Okay.
So we can't attack it, right?
You can't willingly attack
can't
the
willingly
creature
attack
you're
it.
charmed at, and you regard it fondly.
There's always different things to charms.
You're so kawaii.
This one.
Show the string. Show the
Let
string.
me see. So this is what it looks like.
That's what charmed looks like.
Yeah.
You
Hey.
Hard ass.
Okay.
Hard.
So, we're going to be back to the top of the round now
Oh,
as the
no.
song sings.
Oh,
So next up,
no.
the extremely burnt, like, crispy one that has all of its feathers singed and has an arrow sticking out of its abdomen will shriek. And Pippin, you once thought this might have been the beautiful song that the other one was doing, but you can now understand as like this grotesque, like, battle cry
Okay.
as it flies towards you. Oh, just enough to get there.
Oh.
As it
Oh,
comes
duck
forward
and
towards you,
Duck
it
and
swipes twice at your face, still
Oh, it's right in
screeching.
front of me now.
Okay.
The first one misses. It's like a 3.
Okay, I duck.
No.
The second one,
Now I'm gonna
though,
read, boys.
is a 15.
That hits my armor.
Oh,
15.
just like literally just hits. Okay. So you're gonna take 5 slashing damage as the harpy rakes your face with his long dagger-like talons.
My beautiful face.
No! Next up is Pippin.
Okay. I'm going to like look up and like with my scratched face and be like, ah! And I'm going to kind of like reach out with my gauntlet and control my fireball as my bonus action.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move it back into the first harpy that I hit. I can move it 30 feet.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna move
I'm
it
pretty
in-
sure it says in a line.
Oh, let me check.
I'm fairly certain you can't like.
No,
yeah, you got it.
As a bonus action, you can move the sphere up to 30 feet. It doesn't say in the line.
Okay, so 5,
And then I'm into the other two as well.
10, 15, 20. It literally can hit all of them perfectly.
That's
Yeah. So I'm
That's
gonna
so
make the fireball
lucky.
go like
That's so insane.
through
Okay.
all of them.
You're spelling stuff in the sky while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help.
I'm writing
Okay.
my name. I'm
This
writing my
one-
Yes,
signature.
send the extra ship.
This one rolled a. What am I doing? What kind of saving throw?
Dexterity.
18,
That passes.
13,
That fails.
9.
That fails. So 2 fail and 2 pass. Do you want me to roll the same dice for all 3?
Yes, and then a half for the one.
Okay, so that is 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 5 is 14.
Oh, that's why it's so strong, because you're an alchemist.
That's right.
Yes,
Alchemist
I
fire.
forgot. Okay, yeah.
So
Those
the
are-
big roiling ball of fire that kind of resembles a giant flaming slug.
Vernacular.
Yeah, it just goes through them.
That's so.
Okay, and so how much damage?
14 and half as much on the one that passed.
7. So, that was okay. Okay.
Does
So.
it smell like chicken dinner in the air?
Yeah, but like rotten chicken dinner. Like
Yeah.
you didn't clean the bird first. It's like singed hair.
Yeah, that's how Pippin likes it.
Yeah. So you said 14, right?
I did. 1-4.
Who
Okay. So next up is
I still have an action.
your action.
Next
I'm
time.
going to.
Do it again.
I'm gonna use my action to disengage with the harpy in front of me
Okay.
and run behind Lonan. I'm gonna go.
10, 15.
Lonan,
And I meant right in front of him, just like, get right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So next up is this guy who's gonna fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
And on your
40.
track. 10 feet away.
It is not the same turn. So your held action doesn't count anymore.
What do I mean?
Held actions are
Isn't
only
it
till the
further-
top of the round.
When
It's
that
not
gets
till
top of my round?
no.
Even at the end of the round?
I'm pretty sure it's the top of the round. Yeah,
Oh.
it has to be like but when we go back to 20, it has to be done by then.
Oh.
Yeah.
I won't hold my action anymore.
Yeah, that's fine. You couldn't have done anything
Oh.
anyways, right?
Yeah.
It's not like anything bad happened. So it's gonna come forward and swipe at you
Okay.
first. That 20.
Oh no.
12 slashing damage as the dagger the daggers pierce into your skin of its like hands.
Nice.
You don't make a saving throw when you get damaged by this charm. So fun times. But then after it swipes you, it's actually going to attempt to sidestep you and go for the dragon-like creature on the deck again.
no.
No, but I'm standing in front of it, am I not?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
You didn't say you moved.
He said he stood up on top of it.
Oh, yeah. My apologies. He goes,
I want to try to block any attack that might be.
And then I would be behind him because
you can't be behind him
Okay, then
then.
I'll be behind Gray.
Okay.
I need
My apologies.
The
I didn't
boys
hear you
to
say you
protect
moved.
me.
Protect me, boys.
So it will not try to move. It will try to hit Gray then instead because it doesn't have enough movement to get there. But
Okay.
it will miss the attack on you anyway.
Okay.
Next up is Lonan.
You
And
also
Lonan-
lose bless.
Okay. Oh, because you
Natural
got
one.
hit. So no one has bless anymore.
Oh.
Lonan,
Shit.
this beautiful non-binary roasted turkey in the sky is calling your name,
Lonan.
and you
Lonan.
really want to go get that turkey.
Like I want to go and like eat it. You mean?
You want to go towards it.
You
Roll
wanna,
another saving throw.
You're charmed. Oh no.
Wisdom. Wisdom.
Yeah.
16.
16. As you step up, your foot is on the railings, about to jump over towards it. You shake your head, and this disgusting, burning bird creature in front of you appears to be what it actually
How
is
close do
again.
you land to it?
Like 30 feet away. There's a creature in the way, though, between the two of you guys.
They tried to make you.
As I
walk
go,
off.
I'm like, and then I grab my arrow, and I'm gonna do another shot.
Okay, it will be at, like, if you're attacking this guy, it's going to have, like, partial cover. Because
So-
there's another one in the way.
So would that be with disadvantage then?
It would get a
has-
bonus to
it
its
gets a
AC.
bonus to its armor.
Yeah.
Do it anyway.
Oh shit. 13.
13? Oh, meets it, beats it.
Nice. 13 armor. Now we know.
So
So as you
five.
fire your first shot, so how much damage did you do?
5.
5.
Let's make that. Can I make that? I didn't say that was gonna be magic, right? So.
Yeah, you would have to say before you do the damage.
Okay.
And but you have another arrow.
And I'm going to do it.
Again?
And that one's 14. So.
14 hits.
This one will be magic.
Okay, what kind of arrow is it going to be?
Let's make it a. Let's do grappling, because then I can basically grapple its wings together and make it fall.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
That's not really actually how it works. It's if it moves anymore, but it can't move from there. So it's still good.
Smart. Do
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, so that is 10
10.
piercing.
Okay, and then roll the rest of your damage.
Well,
2d6. Well, grasping, yeah. 2d6 poison.
So roll your damage.
imagine being 20 sessions in and not knowing your character.
So 5, 6, so 11.
11
poison.
damage.
11 poison, yeah.
As the roots, normally they would burst from the ground, and you hit your arrow, and you know it was imbued with this like natural energy as it flew towards and it hit. And at first, nothing happens, and the harpy kind of like goes slack for a second before it flaps its wing again. But then out from its chest cavity, Roos will burst, crushing out of its body and wrapping it up in a tight embrace as it falls.
Nice.
One down.
Disappears.
I will
the
take
sky.
my extra
Oh,
movement, I guess,
crazy.
and just kind of like move even further in front. Like,
So you're gonna try to move this way?
no, I want to just.
You're already like at the edge of the ship. And Gray's beside
Can
you, Pippin's behind
can
you.
I
and the
push us
Wyvern.
back away so we're not so like on the edge?
There's like
Dragons
the
behind you.
large draconic creature behind you.
Never mind, then I'll just do it.
Okay, you're gonna stay there.
Yeah.
You'll hear
You're gonna walk
a
off
small
the edge, bro.
hiss behind you, and Lonan, you will feel a small wind at your back
Oh my god.
Oh no.
as you duck, and the draconic creature's mouth snaps where your head just was.
So one behind me?
Yeah.
Whoa.
This stupid thing.
And as you're ducking down, a second attack, you'll feel a pierce in your thigh as you look down and this sharp tail is pierced into you.
Shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
How much damage?
So you're gonna take.
Who should we be?
So yeah, because it did. That hit was like 21 or something.
We saved you.
Literally.
He's just like a wild animal though. He's really hurt and
13, and you have to make a
Sure.
Constitution saving throw.
scared. Constitution saving throw, because I bet there's poison.
Probably. 10.
So you take 13 piercing damage, and you feel an intense burning cold into your body through your thigh
no.
as you take.
Oh my god, that's so many dice.
That
just
is a lot of
rolling.
this, yeah.
That's a ton.
So hold on, how much did he say?
Did you
already?
find, was that a 1?
It was a 1.
This is
Okay.
a lot.
I'm rolling really bad, so you're lucky.
That's good.
Oh my gosh.
Damn it.
See you later, Lona.
Yep.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
17 poison damage.
So 17 poison damage plus already, what was there before?
11 piercing damage.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Good thing the bite missed.
Oh gosh.
Jesus.
Yeah, as it hisses towards the group of you again.
Slay this thing.
Next up is Gray.
Yes,
And
I
you
know.
saw this happen, but there's like a thing like batting in your face right now.
Oh,
The Gray.
crazy harpy flopping.
You, I believe, you're good. You're fine. You
Oh.
watch the beautiful woman
Just fall from
erupt in a
grace.
pillar of flame and like vines and then fall out of the sky.
Oh.
So you're fine.
Oh my god.
There's nothing there now. You're a little bit sad, actually. But you don't want to jump over the edge. So-
Okay. So I'll just instead take my glaive and slash the one in front of me,
okay.
and then I'll roll the hit.
Dude, this is crazy.
This freaking dragon that we trusted.
13.
13? 13 hits.
I know. I was
It
saying
that-
says it in the
Okay,
spell,
so
too.
that is
Anything
1d10.
flammable is nice.
Don't whisper.
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage on that one.
Get on.
Is that
Better
tap it on the
damage.
head?
We're level 5, come on.
What do you want?
That was your first attack, right?
shit, he's just
Yeah.
like,
Did you can do your second attack. As you swipe through, and it dodges back a little bit, but you manage to slice off part of its wing. Not only the feathers, not the arm, but it kind of dips and is like struggling.
Natural one.
Natural 1. Okay. You miss. And you stumble forward slightly
It's a new
and
weapon.
teeter on the
Yeah.
edge.
Oh,
And that's where you're still teetering. You're not safe, you're teetering.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Next
Yeah,
up
okay.
is this guy because the other one is dead. And it will fly 5, 10, freaking 20.
Oh no.
And it's going to make its first slashing attack at you, Lonan.
okay.
Oh no.
15?
Yep.
I believe that hits, yeah.
Yep.
Wow, I'm rolling exactly what I need to roll. It's going to do 3 slashing damage
That's it? Okay.
as it hits you. And then it's going to sidestep you, fly around.
Did you leave my attack of opportunity?
Yes, it did.
Oh,
Mhm.
I shall
It did, in fact.
swing at him.
Let's just
shall
speak. Visually
It's only
great.
8, 12.
12 hits!
Oh! And this time, I'll do more than 1 damage.
How did you do one? Don't glaives? Oh no, glaives are D12s, aren't they?
They're D10s.
No, D10s, you're right.
So that's
I'm
gonna
thinking of a
be
lance. That's what I'm
8
thinking.
points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Better.
Much better.
Well, pain.
As you hit it, and you manage to pierce the side, but not before it gets around the side. And we'll again try to swipe at the draconic creature. And it misses again, because they have garbage attacks. So next up, we're at the top of the round, and this creature is gonna, this harpy over here, who is very burnt to a crisp, will fly once again towards you, Pippin.
Leave me alone.
The other one, you burnt it really bad, okay? So the first is a 15.
That hit.
The second one is a 7, so the second one misses.
That misses.
So that is going to be 7 slashing damage as it rakes into the side of your arm before you're able to step back. You gotta push your body against the warm, bloodied
That was
form
7.
of the draconic creature. Yeah. And next up, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna look at this thing in front of me.
Oh, wait, concentration check.
Oh no.
Oh no.
13.
That passes.
Yeah.
It's not saving throws.
Is he gonna go bowling right into us?
So sorry, that was 7 damage, right?
Yeah.
Did I do that right? 7 apply. Okay. Now I am going to look over to my fireball and I'm gonna be like, come here, come here.
So where are you bringing it?
I'm gonna try to ram it into the one that's still in the air around the ship.
15, 20, 25.
That's the fireball.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
yeah.
love it.
I'm gonna hit that, and then after I hit it, I'm gonna move it back behind it. So you
Okay.
need to make another saving throw. Dexterity.
13?
That fails.
Okay.
And that is 6, 7, 8, 13 fire damage.
As it erupts in flames and it screams, and you can see its skull behind its burning flesh as it turns to ash and crumbles away in the wind.
Nice.
Nice.
Gray is happy.
And then after that, I look at the other one in front of me, and then I kind of grab a little acid bottle and uncork it with my mouth, and then splash it right on his face.
Roll with disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage! You're right. Damn
Do
it!
you ever run out of vials?
No.
I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, I rolled really well.
But that's at disadvantage, so it doesn't
And then
matter.
with disadvantage, so that is a 20 something, 20.
With disadvantage?
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, wow.
And now he's going to do a disgusting amount of damage because
gosh.
he has his alchemical fire and poison.
Wait, what's alchemical fire and poison?
He is the new alchemist gets a plus their intelligence modifier to 1 damage. Oh wait, Nick, you weren't supposed to be doing that much damage because it's only to 1 thing.
You're right. It shouldn't have been added
That's
to
fine.
one.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We know for the future.
Wait.
But like, so he gets plus 5 to 1 damage.
Oh, okay. So one type of damage.
And 1 creature
that's-
within it.
Oh, it's 2 now. 3.
Oh yeah, because you're level 5.
That's
so
10 acid damage.
10 acid damage as you splash into it, and it hits it right in the face, peeling the skin back as it screams. It releases its final breath as it collapses
Dude, I'm
onto the thing,
Destroying these things.
onto the deck.
You are, dude. Yo, I hit one.
Next up is
Blowing it.
Lonan. And he's
the
not-
draconic creature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I messed it up last time, so I'm gonna go back to normal this time.
He's getting the poison stinger this time.
I roll for it because that's
Oh.
fair. Because it's a lash. It's a wild animal
True, true.
that you guys are protecting still.
Untamed.
Oh wait, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that. Okay. Okay. Pippin.
Oh, Pippa's gonna get it.
Oh no.
So you go Pippin with its bite first.
Yikes.
That one.
That fails.
And then it's gonna go with its stinger,
Ah.
which is bad as well.
What did it roll?
It rolled a 9.
They both missed. Thank
It rolled
goodness.
a 1 and a 2.
9.
Okay, I duck and dodge.
Duck and
leave.
dodge out of the way.
GG.
So next up is Lonan. I'm gonna wait for him.
Lonan is
Do, 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 do.
as we wait because Travis ran out of here.
He'll be back. A little bit of an emergency.
Do
I'm
we
sure.
want to keep going and do his turn after?
Yeah, we can give Gray his turn
Okay, great.
instead.
Okay, so question. So I have 10-foot reach. Can I attack through Lonan? Maybe do a curve.
It would count as
Because it's not a ranged attack.
it would
right?
count as half cover or 3/4 cover.
It would
But
give
I
it
would
a lot of
allow it.
armor.
I would allow it, and then you would have a risk of
Just
hitting
attack the
Lonan.
giant lizard.
Oh my gosh. Is the ship moving right now?
Yes,
Okay. And I don't know.
but it has been
How-
slowed because of the combat.
Oh, is it slowed?
Yeah.
I would like. Okay, what is it? Drinking a potion is an action or a bonus action?
Bonus action.
I will drink the flying potion.
Oh!
Great. Okay.
So what happens?
I chug a look at it. I'm just
Okay.
like, oh, I finished the whole bottle, and I'm just like, fill me with flying stuff, and then.
What wings would your wings? look
Wings, 4 tiny wings
Oh,
spread
do I
out
have
of
wings?
his heels.
Okay,
The
okay.
flutter.
So basically, what I'm doing, just to make sure I don't fly off the ship and like get absorbed into something else, I'm literally holding the handrail, I'm going across, and then I want to get right to the other
5,
side.
10. You can only move 10 feet like this,
Okay.
but you can pull yourself back up and walk.
like? He'd be breaking the purple voice.
The wyvern, yeah. So you're gonna get an attack of opportunity.
It's a
there.
wyvern. Now we know.
Oh my god.
You tricked me to say.
I did say it earlier, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, well, I've been describing it like a wyvern the whole time. Okay, you just guys haven't. You
I
rolled
thought
too
it-
poorly.
I thought it was a dragon.
It is a dragon.
Yeah. Halt.
It doesn't mean it can speak. Ooh, what is your armor class? It rolled a
17.
7. Ooh, you rolled 15. So you're safe. You're
And I'll
safe.
pull myself up, and then I'm just gonna like.
I'm gonna make you roll a strength check just to roll up. Yeah,
strength check is gonna be 10.
10. That's fine. And then you can manage to get back up onto the ship.
And then I'm just gonna like use my like moves that I practice in the woods when I'm all alone. And I'm just gonna like whoop, boom, whoop,
Love
boom,
it.
and then I'm just gonna attack
Love
first.
it. Okay.
Okay, that's gonna be a 17 to hit.
17 hits the harpy.
Yeah, I did it. Okay, that's gonna be 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage as you pierce through the harpy's heart and it collapses to the
Mr.
deck.
Darn.
Ha ha.
Did I?
Damn.
Who took my turn?
So you have no
No
one
way.
did. I was gonna give you a turn after this.
Okay.
Um,
And so you have another attack on your attack action if you want to choose it.
I am not going to attack.
Okay.
But I'm gonna move back till I'm just at my 10-foot range.
Okay. So yeah, your 10-foot range right there.
Mhm.
Right, back against the ladder. So now we're going to Lonan.
Okay.
You returned.
Okay.
So. All the harpies are dead. The wyvern, you can feel it's the pain coursing through your calf as the poison seeps into your blood.
Can I try to calm it down by putting my hand over its face, just like
It also was just lashing out at Pippin, but yeah, you can try.
I'm gonna try to calm it down and look in its eyes and show it that I'm kind of animal handling. Is that basically?
Yeah, it would be. You can roll an animal handling check.
So
which you were
let me. Why
notorious-
don't I do this? Why don't I use
This
both
is
my
scary.
actions to try to calm it down?
Okay, so you can use your. No, he has.
No, I have
He has
two.
his action surge. He hasn't
Oh.
used it yet. So you can use
I
your
have a
action.
better idea. Who else? So who's after me?
Who's
Pippin.
after you?
Yeah. Who? Pippin.
Yeah.
Can me and Pippin? Can I gesture to Pippin? What if I gesture to Pippin to help me tie it up real quick?
You can try to grapple it first.
Can I? While I grapple it, I'm gonna yell at Pippin then.
Okay.
What are you gonna yell at me? What are you gonna say?
Pippin, help me real quick. We need to try to get this thing to stop flying away and stop biting us.
Okay.
And I grab my rope, without looking at it, just grab my rope out of my backpack and.
Okay, so you're going to use one of your attack actions to grapple.
Okay.
So you have to roll an athletics check versus its chosen. Versus its athletics check.
on!
What'd you roll?
Kidding me? Frick! I rolled a 2, but it became a 1.
It rolled 14. So and pushes you back against the rail, and you have another attack
Shit.
action.
How close to the side am I?
You're literally against the
Oh
rail.
my
You're
God.
squeezed up between the wyvern
I'll do
and
it
the
again. I'm
railway.
gonna try it again.
Okay. Okay.
And the bless is gone and all
The
that
bless
stuff.
is
Everything
gone.
is gone.
Come on, nat 20. Oh, yes.
Nice.
Nice. I rolled a 19, but you're doing it with athletics, so that's 18.
18. Oh, and that's good. So you're good.
Okay.
It only rolled 11. So you managed to wrap your arms tightly around the wings and body.
I'm just screaming, Pippin, come on! And I'm gonna I'm kind of trying to give him the rope.
Okay.
He's gonna acid splash.
I cast Ray of Sickness on it.
Okay. Roll to hit at disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Okay, I step back.
Okay, it's going to take an attack of opportunity.
I
against
let
you.
it do it. I
Okay.
let it happen.
With its stinger.
I will try to dodge.
That is going to be a 13.
That
And
misses.
then you're safe. As the
Dope.
stinger lashes out at you.
Okay, so I kind of skip back a bit, and then I reach into my bag and I pull out a really special vial of black slime, and I throw it at the creature. Natural 20.
Natural 20! Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Can you explain what it does?
Okay, so it splashes over the creature, and you are going to take.
What you're trying?
He's murdering, I
You
guess.
told me to stop it from biting us. Was your words exactly. So that is what
And I
Pippin is
just stepped
doing.
back, just
And I
watching
rolled a
him.
nat 20. So that's. I double my dice. This is gonna be a lot of damage. So.
Wait, Lonan's grappling now.
I'm literally holding it. I'm confused.
Yeah, he's attacking it while you're grappling.
Is he attacking me too?
No.
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 If you would have rolled anything but a nat 20, would he have attacked me?
If you rolled on that one, it would have hit you.
Okay, so this is a lot of numbers. I'm trying to add them together. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 16
Sorry if you
plus 8
Where do you want it to hit?
plus 5. So it's 24.
Where do you want it to hit?
I want to hit it right in the where its body is.
Right when it's right in its core.
Yeah.
So it hits, and as it kind of turns up, almost like pushing Lonan
That's
off of it
poison
as it
damage.
does, it hits onto it, and it almost looks like it dribbles off of its scales at first, before it kind of and heaves and crashes down.
There you go. It won't
Dead.
bite us now.
Pippin, you idiot! I wanted to keep it alive just in case we could tame it or something.
Okay.
You stupid moron! What's wrong with you?
A dragon? You want to tame a dragon?
You could clearly see that the other dragons were attacking it.
You told me to stop it from biting you.
I was in the.
Don't call me a moron,
Are you
Lonan.
all
I'm
right
much
down
smarter
there?
than you.
I was in the
We
process
got
of
it
holding.
taken care of.
I was show. I have a question. Is it unconscious or dead?
Dead.
No.
He murdered it.
Pippin.
He didn't say he wanted to knock it unconscious.
Don't you call me names, Lona, and I'm not a fan of how you've been talking to me today.
I mean, look at your leg. That's pretty nasty.
It tried to kill us.
But the question is, remember...
You want to make friends with this? Weren't you just telling us we need to be extra cautious?
Pippin, do you remember Worthington?
What? Who is that?
Everyone, roll
Excuse
perception
me.
with disadvantage.
Wolf, dragon.
Everyone with disadvantage because you're all very busy.
Ooh, sorry, with disadvantage, is
With
it?
disadvantage.
Wait, hold on, you...
It was cocktail
Yeah.
again.
Okay, nice.
Better.
I guess, yeah.
Perception?
Yep.
Not good. 11.
11.
I'm still arguing with him. I'm
So
gonna do
everybody's yelling Pippin.
that. Pippin,
And I'm like,
I've told
And behind you, you hear a deep.
oh,
What?
no.
Whoa.
As another, and you turn around to see a
Oh,
larger, deeper colored red
oh my god.
wyvern.
Why'd you switch them?
Because I wanted this figure. Because it's
Okay.
bigger. That's the dead one now. And this is also a much more dramatic dead pose,
Jeez.
okay?
Oh,
As a much
my
larger
gosh.
Another wyvern appears?
flies towards you guys.
I immediately like grab him. I'm like, I'm sorry, Pippin.
me too.
Everyone roll a new initiative.
New initiative, new
After
initiative.
this, me and Pippin will hug.
Oh my.
Okay, they were trying to kill us then, I guess, at this point. I'm like trying to take
Oh.
it.
They rolled an at 20 on its initiative.
No. It's better now than the attack, right?
Yeah, that's not
That's
attack,
what we
so
say.
it's fine.
Okay, 25 to 20.
20.
Okay. You almost went before it still. 19 to 15. 14 to 10. 9 to 5.
6.
Gray?
2.
Oh
You're like
my
at the rolls of
god.
a warrior right now, okay? It's a stone axe or the stone glaive.
Yep.
It's really
As-
slowing me down.
So, really quickly before combat, Pippin roll to see how long does Flaming Spear last?
Flaming sphere lasts. 1 minute.
1 minute. We'll probably say it's gone by now. Then
What?
you guys argued for a little bit before this happened.
True.
That's a 20 minute.
That's
Am I
my
still flying?
That's my last level 2 spell.
That's what you got.
Oof, dude, oof.
You still have your flying spear
Okay, so I got my boots and...
because yours just happened at the end. So as the creature flies forward and it goes to the first thing it sees, you know what? It's gonna land on the deck.
Oh no.
And it is much larger and has looks like thicker
Is it the mom?
than the other one. And it is going to lash out with a bite at you, Pippin, and a tail at you, Lonan.
Oh no.
So bite is
So
going to be
wait.
14 to hit on Pippin.
Misses.
Tail is 12 that misses on
That misses on
Lonan.
me. So they both
What?
miss.
Yeah. So next up is Pippin.
Okay, I'm gonna duck.
And it,
I dodge the bite. Crunch above
Yeah.
me.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm going to. Oh my god, it's right next to me.
This is crazy.
I'm going to action disengage,
Okay.
and I'm gonna run away. But I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, where do you
where-
want to go?
I'm gonna leave where I was, like a little poop, but it's gonna be Tenaculum instead.
Hey.
I'm gonna leave Tenaculum where I was,
Okay.
and he's gonna use his attack.
That's a disadvantage. It's a ranged attack.
That's fine.
Okay. So where are you running to first?
I'm gonna run around the dead one. Yeah, there.
You can move a
that's
bit
good.
farther than this.
Yeah, like completely behind it, across from like the purple.
Right
one.
here, you still have line of sight.
No, behind the like between it and the purple one.
Right here?
Yeah.
There's a large post in the way. You can't see the purple one.
Okay,
very
more
clearly.
this way then.
Here?
No, towards you.
You can't move any further than this.
Okay, then put me back where you had me originally.
Okay. This is what I was trying to tell you.
I can't see a post. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I can't afford models.
Okay, I rolled good anyway, even though it was a disadvantage.
Okay.
Cause I'm what? Sickening. Okay. 1d4. That is 4 acid damage.
4 acid damage as it
Right.
kind of sizzles on his scales and doesn't really seem affected too much by
Damn
it.
it.
It kind of just like it's like
Okay.
it hisses. Okay, next up is Lonan.
Alright, I'm going to.
Weren't expecting
Do
this,
I want
guys.
to? Do I want to?
I can tell
actually-
you guys use so much stuff.
I have nothing left. Actually, I have a bunch of stuff left.
It's literally in front of me, so I can't shoot it with an
It's
arrow.
beside you, and you only have one way to go. You can, but it's a disadvantage.
If I move away, is it flying or is it?
It
staying?
landed. It like
So
thudded
if
to
I
the
move away
deck.
100%, it gets a chance to attack me.
Because Pippin disengaged.
I'm
so it
actually gonna move away from it because
No,
otherwise.
it won't attack you.
did. Yeah, well,
It used its reaction to attack me.
no, it didn't. You disengaged.
Yeah, so if you attack when I disengage, that's your reaction.
It didn't attack.
Attack of opportunity, it
It
did.
didn't attack of opportunity. Because you disengaged.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
but I was like,
right.
I don't know what you're
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
to me.
so-
You're
So
right.
it's gonna swipe out because it is facing. It's not facing you, so it's gonna swipe out with its tail.
Oh, the poisony tail.
Alright, I only got 30.
No, only 13.
Okay,
so
good.
it missed you.
Okay, so get me as far away as I can, where
Uh-huh.
I'm next to almost Akano, sorry.
It's a good thing these
You
things-
can't get up there because Gray is blocking the ladder.
Hey, you son of a.
15, 20, 25,
Somewhere-
30.
That's fine. As long as I have
I can
clear
move
view.
you here so you're in sight of it, if you want.
Is
So you can hit it.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Let's do
then
it.
because you can't get to the ladder.
Jeez, it's a good thing these things don't have good aim because they
Roll
hit
the dice,
hard.
man.
And I don't. Oh no, they actually have like. I'm
This is gonna
rolling
be a nat
bad.
20
They have like a
guarantee,
plus
right?
7.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Now they're rolling
Oh.
like terrible.
These things are deadly.
6.
So that is a 13.
13 hits.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Okay. I have a question.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So I have grasping and I have bursting.
Mhm.
If I use bursting, nobody's behind it.
No
No.
one's in the area to get hit by it.
Would if I use bursting arrow like magic damage and it hits it, will that blast it off the ship?
That's not what it does. It's AoE damage.
It's just AoE damage, yeah. But it won't affect anybody else, right? It won't affect the ship either, or do I have to like not know about
You
anything?
don't know. Yeah. You
I've
can
already-
roll.
I've already
You
said
would
it.
know. You have to use your judgment. Yeah.
Don't pop the balloon.
Yeah, literally.
I
It's
will
right
not-
above us.
I will use grasping once again and attempt to grapple its wings.
Okay, so you can roll to hit with all that stuff then.
So roll a d20.
Already did.
Oh, you
No,
did?
no, roll your damage.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
So 6 piercing.
Only 6?
Yeah. And then the 2d6 again. But I'm just gonna triple check to make sure there's nothing else I gotta add onto it. Yep, 2d6.
2d6.
Yep.
That's not.
Can you pass me the
6.
Xanthars after?
7.
7.
7, and that's just regular
Yeah,
Seven.
just pass that to me after.
poison. Yep.
And now
7 grapple.
it is Gray's turn as this time the deck almost appears to quiver as the arrow hits, and it grows new branches that wrap around the legs and up the wings of the dragon, and thorns pierce out.
Okay.
Into
Remember it's like grappled, right? So
Yep.
You don't forget.
forget that now.
Don't
What,
forget.
what does that mean?
I'm like holding on to this potion to like pop it as soon as we fall off the ship, I swear. How long can we fight?
10 minutes.
Yeah. Not very long. It's,
So drink it before you
it's
fall.
prolonged death for 10
Where's
minutes.
that-
thing.
Where's Akano's like kids? Are they just like hiding?
I don't know.
They're like in our bedrooms right now.
It's
going
like
through our
these versions.
portions.
They're
Kids.
still cooking.
They come out with breakfast.
They're gonna be hungry after this.
Alright, so that was my first attack. I'll just go for a regular, just like normal attacks. I
Okay,
don't have
you have no
I have
arrows left.
Well, I
Good
have
thing you only
arrows,
used
but I don't have like.
Yes, you don't have magic arrows left.
Okay, so
Oh,
that is
nice.
100% hitting. 23.
Yep. Yeah, it hits.
Alright, and that's 9 piercing damage.
9 piercing damage.
Alright,
Nice.
let's.
Where do
make
you want
this-
to pierce it?
Let's go straight. I want to
It's
try that.
emotions.
I want to try go like straight up the
Right in this
nostril.
part.
Yeah, and it doesn't quite hit there, but it pierces and hits off the side, like creates a big gash
Okay.
up its nose.
And then for my action surge, I'm gonna do one more attack.
You
on
can't
that.
action surge, you already did.
When?
You action surge to try to grapple the other one.
Yes.
No,
That's
that was
correct.
my second attack on that turn. I didn't
Oh,
do-
you're right. You're
I
right.
didn't do
No,
action
you're
surge.
right. You get to action surge. My apologies. Nat 20. Okay. Nat 20. So those nat 20 emotes.
That's 20.
I didn't mean you, Travis.
Alright, so double attack, right? Double but not plus
Yeah, double the dice.
5.
Oh, nice.
So the 5 plus 3, which is 8, so 9. 9 piercing.
9. Okay, that's good still. Okay.
Nice. Nice.
Okay.
And that's it. Because action surge is your bonus action, correct?
You get another attack.
You get both of your attack.
You get both
Oh,
of your
shit.
attacks. Yeah, you still get another attack.
Another natural 20?
No,
Nice.
but definitely
18.
26. Yeah.
26 hits.
Bada bing,
I feel like you guys
bada
like hit like trucks.
Just like that.
7 piercing.
7 piercing.
Good job.
Okay.
Yeah, boy. And just
And now it's just it already has like
it's
literally
for the hell of it, for my bonus action, I'm just going to shift because I want to get my my temporary hit in.
Give me a good howl.
Oh.
Well, I'm only at yeah. So I am. Well, shift you and I get my temporary HP, which is 1d10 plus 5.
Yes, because your other temporary HP is gone.
Yes, it is.
Because you got hit pretty hard.
From
I regain.
vigorous vapor.
I regain 10 HP.
No,
Is
you
that a
get 10
concentration?
temporary hit points.
So that doesn't heal you.
You didn't use your.
He didn't. He
Oh, I'm
changed
thinking
his
of.
wolf
I'm
form.
thinking
Yeah,
of
oh, wait,
second.
you-
I'm thinking of second.
Did you
wind.
shift or you second wind?
No. I second wind. I get.
Oh, okay.
I get 6. I get 6 temporary hit points.
Yes,
Plus just
but
6.
you so you didn't shift. You
No, I did shift, but when you shift, you get temporary hit points.
yes.
Yes.
But
So
that
you
doesn't
get
heal you.
so you didn't use your second wind.
No.
I just wanted to make sure it was clear.
Sorry,
to
I was
everybody.
using my second wind when I was shifting.
Don't worry. Okay, now it's finally Gray's turn.
Super
Yeah, literally Lona's like dun, 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 dun.
And then he's like, and I want to turn into a werewolf.
Alright, I'm going to
No,
vow of enmity on big Jaggedy boy.
Ooh. So guys, stop talking because Gray's losing his turn.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Come on,
sorry.
guys.
I'm helping him.
So, the vines of the ship that have grown around it to create this kind of bramble darken and almost like seem to rot away slightly as the poison of Gray's magic infects this wyvern
Yes.
with
and
your
then-
vow of enmity.
Yes, and I'm going to walk closer to him and conveniently stop 10 feet away from him.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to start with my first attack with advantage.
Yes, with
What?
advantage.
This is the final anime moment.
Yes. Okay, well, that's going to be 18.
18 hits.
And you know what? Let's do a smite on it.
Which kind of smite? Divine. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you don't prepare smites.
Somebody else is doing
What's
something.
that?
What spell slot are you using?
Just level 1.
Okay.
So it's
I'm
going
no
to
longer
be 2d8
attack, right?
plus my d10.
Yes, sorry, I didn't take them back. Yeah.
So it's going to be 11 damage for my normal glaive hit.
Okay.
Plus 7, 11. So
Another
22.
11. Okay, 22 damage
That was my plan.
as sickening yeah, it's radiant light still.
Yes.
As like a dark radiant light shoots out from where at the points where where the tip of the glaive enters into its body.
And then I'm going to pull out, and then I'm just going to come down hard and just
Ooh.
go for a slash.
Okay, so with
My
advantage again.
second advantage. Okay, that's going to be a 24.
24 hits.
And then I'm going to do another smite.
Okay,
We'll do another
good.
How
level
far?
1 smite.
Another level
Once
one.
he's done, I have questions.
No, he's rolling. What's your question?
How? So, are we past these islands, or have we just?
You guys are like beside the. You haven't been paying attention to where you are. You can ask on your turn.
Max damage on the glaive hit 14.
14. Ooh boy.
And then-
like we're stopped, like and they're just gonna keep coming.
10 more points of damage.
10 more points of damage. Okay. So as you like hack away, and every slash releases like almost like sunlight, but like inverse. So it's almost like the wrong shade of light, and it feels wrong to look at. Almost like sinking, like burning into your eyes. Every slash revealing these like arcs of light instead of blood gushing out. Next up is the wyvern, and its tail is gonna slash out at you, Gray.
What does it even look like, right? Like, is it? It's a
It
pretty
is
beat
this
up?
large.
No, is it beat up though?
Oh yeah, it's looking pretty rough right now.
Can I hide behind the dead body?
You didn't say that. You said your turn was over. So the tail comes and hits you, and that is gonna be a 18 to hit.
Yeah.
18 hits. Okay, so you have to make a Constitution saving throw as you first take.
Is it a disease?
No. You take 13 piercing damage.
Okay, I'm
That's
ready.
not bad.
This is not
And
the
the
poison
Constitution
damage
saving throw was an 8.
An 8, that fails.
You're gonna do a ton of damage,
So-
man.
I can take it. I'm big strong. I can take 34 points of it.
At least if you die, we just toss you off the ship.
Yeah, I mean,
That'll be your funeral.
Yeah. Bye.
We just see his body.
an air burial. I like it.
22 poison damage.
Easy.
Grace says easy.
But how much health do you have left?
12.
12.
Yes.
Well,
As it will flap its wings
no.
and raise into the air, it can move. It will take 2d6 damage, so you can roll 2d6.
Attack of opportunity?
Oh,
It's
I was
gonna,
gonna
you're
say, I
not.
was gonna
It's
say
gonna
no,
fly
it just takes
towards
damage
you.
'cause it's
Oh,
breaking out
toward
of the
me.
thing.
Yeah.
I have a question. It's
2d6.
it just takes damage when it moves, and that's it.
Oh, the first time on its turn. That's why I want to look at the
But it
book.
doesn't have to like fail. Like okay. 8.
8. Okay.
So, like,
So as like the brambles rip
Yeah.
into his body, and the brambles move with it still.
Okay.
But as it lifts off the ground, so you said 8.
Its speed is reduced by 10 feet, but I'm assuming it can probably go 60 feet.
Yeah, I can move really fast. But you said 8, right?
yes.
As it flies up, and it's gonna fly a bit closer to Gray and slash at you with its claws.
Oh no.
Its brambly claws.
They're brambly.
And that is gonna do a 19 to hit.
19 hits?
Ooh, 19 hits.
Gray, oh no.
Oh, I rolled really bad. So you're gonna get a 7 slashing damage
Okay, okay.
as the claws into you.
Nice.
And now it is Pippin's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to Gray. And go,
5, 10, 15, 15. Okay, 15, you're there.
and then I'm gonna, a little like syringe is gonna poke out of my finger, and I'm gonna poke Gray in the butt with it, and,
It's like that little anime thing.
and I'm gonna use my healing potion on you.
Oh, thank you.
Perfect.
I need
Healing potion?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
using a
okay.
healing elixir.
Okay.
So 2d4
Healing a paladin. Interesting.
Wow, yeah.
is 1 is 5 plus my intelligence modifier, so that's 10 health.
Thank
Oh, yeah.
you.
Artificers are like.
No, that's just part of this. I don't get to add it because it's not a spell.
Oh, you're right. But it's
That's
basically the
close.
same.
Otherwise, it would be 15.
That was nice.
Yeah, and then that was my bonus action. And then I'm gonna turn around over his shoulder and toss an acid vial at the dragon.
Okay.
Just like.
Kobe! Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Okay.
And that's 20 to hit.
20 hit? Miss, I almost said misses. 20 hits.
Yeah.
20 to miss.
I'm so used to playing like armored enemies from the
Yeah.
from the ice dungeon,
Oh
and
my
they just
gosh.
had super high armor.
Okay, that is. What's the first one?
Like 2.
2 plus 4 is 6.
11.
That's not done yet. Plus.
I used. I
Yeah,
already
yeah,
added-
okay.
I already added it.
You're right, 11. 2 plus 4 is 6. 2 plus 4 is 6.
Plus 5 is 11. So it hits and it splashes over its face and wings, burning small peppercorn peppered holes, almost like a shotgun shell went through it
Where's
into its
Sinaculum?
wings. Sinaculum is right here.
Why isn't he on the board?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Okay, I can't use him because I used my bonus action, but that's
Yeah.
all.
So next up is Lonan.
Okay, 1 arrow.
Okay. 1 shot, 1 kill.
Damn.
13.
13 hits!
You know what? Bigger creatures have low
Ready?
armor because they're easy targets.
7 piercing damage.
7 piercing damage. Still standing. It goes right up through its face.
So now
up,
I can
up
see.
into
So
its
now
head,
that I
but
see,
it kind of just turns towards you.
as I see that the beast is like beginning to like fall down, like struggling to like stay up.
Yeah.
In my shifter form, I'm going to run towards it. Like I'm like still hungry because I have not even eaten like since like the night before, and we only had corn.
Okay.
And so on like all fours, I get on all fours, and I'm going to leap over top of like the middle dragon.
Yep.
And going for the neck. I'm going to like try to like grab on, like twist, and like basically just like all my all my teeth going through it, and just try to like do as much damage.
Okay, so roll.
That's cool.
Roll
Hopefully you
the
don't miss.
Let's
Yeah.
roll. Yeah.
You know, jumps off the ship.
Oh,
Okay, we'll see what you roll. We'll see what you roll.
The dragon just ducks and he's like,
We'll see what
up
you
for
roll.
a minute.
Oh my god, okay.
13. 13.
Oh, 13 hits! Wait, 13. So what did you roll?
9.
13.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry, no, that was 9.
It's
It was
just-
16 actually. Sorry.
No, your a bite attack is different. Just make sure you're doing it right.
It'll roll the 9 anyways, but
A 9? It should only be plus like 2.
you're right.
So you only rolled 11.
You
So you-
jumped off.
No,
No,
he
I
hits
wouldn't do
the
that.
dragon.
Okay.
And like the wyvern. It
Yeah,
falls to the death.
You're right. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm doing my other one.
Yeah, and you because like your bite is a strength
Shit,
attack.
How much did he hit it?
No.
No.
I missed it. I basically like.
But he like runs and he's like and I kind of hit a wall.
He's hugging her right now.
Next up is Gray though.
Okay.
You get
How
the
does it
finale,
look?
Gray.
Yeah.
It's looking rough. It
It's
has an
looking
arrow
rough.
pierced
Great.
under
It's
its
like,
jaw
oh,
up into its head.
Let's
Special
do
one.
this. I'm not gonna heal myself. I'm gonna attack it 2 more times.
Okay, let's see. With advantage because of your animosity.
GG.
Um,
Take the ward.
16 plus 7.
There you go. That hits 23.
Bing. And you know what? Let's do a level.
Just a
2 smite.
disgusting overkill of a level 2
Yeah.
smite.
Yes.
What are you just laughing about?
I was like, and Rob's like, here's your award, Reno.
Because I was like, we're gonna let Reno finish it off. Because Travis's big finale didn't work out. And you're just like, here you go, Reno.
It's like a plaque that says,
Travis is just like,
it's just a plaque that says, you destroyed the dragon.
Oh my god.
Level 2 smite. So it's gonna be glorious.
It's gonna be disgustingly high.
And yeah, it's gonna be good. Okay, 1 point of damage for that, and then that's gonna be 5 points for the glaive hit. And then I think it's 3d8.
I was like, he's
we
dead.
just hear another
8,
cry.
6, 7,
7, 8, 6. 7, 8 is 15, 21 plus 8, 29 damage. Okay, what do you want to do?
I see the wolf jump in, and what I'm gonna do.
Actually, he's floating in midair.
Yeah, what I want to do. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to swing and try to give him a bit more momentum into it, and use the smite as like a driving force to push him, like to actually give him grip.
I just like.
You hit loaded misses, and you hit him like a bat.
This, yeah,
I'm just like.
and then it's
All of his teeth are broken.
And his teeth fly off the dragon.
Okay, so you're swinging the clip at its head.
yeah. I'm just gonna kill it. I'm just gonna
Okay,
hit
and
it.
you cut its head off as Lona comes up and goes to bite, but the neck falls.
And there's nothing there.
And then you get like blinded by this like sickening divine light as it
And then
pours out of its
it's
neck.
just like covered in blood.
As it falls to the ground and like a splatter of like green tinted blood like squirts into your face. As you guys kill the wyvern.
Hey! I'm gonna take out my telescope and look to make sure there's not more coming.
You guys actually
did
look
it.
and you notice that Econo didn't join the fight at all, but you look and you see that already the shattered islands
Are behind us?
they're disappearing and they're not towards
he
the same
was
direction
like-
anymore.
Oh, we
He
did
put his
good.
foot on the gas.
Yeah.
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 Or put his
are
foot on the
getting
air?
out of here.
Yeah.
That's not how he talks.
I'm Odie.
Yeah. he-
Is everyone okay?
I'm good.
Who are you?
I just like
Colin.
look
Who
super
are
bloody
you?
from like the thing.
Yeah. Oh God, Lona.
Yeah,
Your
as
face.
your wolf form slowly starts to degrade.
I'm sorry,
Wow.
Pippin, for what I said earlier. I thought that potentially we could save this thing and tame it, but
It's okay. The heat of battle. I plan on dissecting them.
You know what you could say? Maybe this one attacked us because we killed the other one.
that's kind of what I was thinking. But
Come back to the
it's
other
too
one.
late. It's too late at this point.
Yeah.
They're dead now.
Yeah, that was good teamwork, guys.
Very
Good job.
Very well
good,
done.
very good.
Good old.
Yeah.
Yeah, good work up there.
Akano, any chance that you can help us move these bodies
Should
and
we
get
just-
them aside, maybe down below, so Pippin can kind
Oh.
of examine them?
There's no room down there.
I'll
Yeah,
do
sure.
it on the deck then.
Should we just push them off?
No,
What?
I want to harvest their poison
Well-
sacs.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I heard that these creatures do have some good poison.
I'm excited to extract it.
I'd pay a good price for that.
Maybe I might want to keep it.
Okay.
Pippin,
Cool.
Yes.
so, just judging by something here, I'm down. Akano as well too. I'm down pretty low on arrows right now. I'm down to 19 arrows, not counting the ones that are bobbed. Is there a possibility that I know that you carry a lot of weapons for my friend Gray here, but is there anybody on the ship that can create some arrows for me?
Show me an arrow.
And I'm gonna give him one arrow. It's not gonna be barbed. It's just gonna be a regular arrow. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna give him one from my back. I'm gonna tear one out of like the dragon. And
Oh, nice. Okay, like the one out of its head.
Yeah, I don't want to waste. I don't want to like breaking it or dropping it or something.
Okay.
There you go, Akana. Be very careful. These are very expensive.
Ooh, arrow.
Yes.
No, I don't carry weapons. It's,
How many can I salvage from like the area then?
You can roll an investigation check to try to do that.
Not bad actually. 18.
18. So you can salvage 6 arrows
6?
without breaking
that's
them,
pretty good, okay.
pulling them back. A lot of them did get flown into it, but you did actually make contact a lot. So you were able to pull them out. Some of them were destroyed by your magics though.
Yeah.
But you were 6.
Is there any place that we can stop so I can purchase them? And
I don't really want to stop before the city, but
Maybe when we get to the city, you can get some more.
yeah.
okay, so
Yes, Reino, Hiai, Naan Sai might have something.
anyways, I'm going to. Pippin, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility that you can experiment with my arrows and potentially add some poison to them?
Sure.
You won't look very hurt.
I'm fine actually.
Who? You look hurt.
Well, Gray looks pretty rough.
Gray, come here, Gray.
Gray, your nose.
Gray,
oh
come
my
here.
God, your nose.
What's wrong with it?
It's like
Oh, no.
Gray, come here. Gray, come here.
Okay, I come.
And he's gonna like hold both hands around, but he doesn't move them. You'll instead feel a warmth
Ooh.
on your nose.
Straightens itself out.
And you guys will see almost like you'll feel like a tussle of wind, and you'll feel like almost like a cool breeze on your cheeks, and you're gonna gain 25 hit points.
What?
Okay.
I thought you didn't have magic.
Akano.
Oh, I don't have magic. This is of the heart.
Oh God. All right, guys, I need some
Did it
space.
feel like a lay on hands?
Yes, you would recognize that.
I see.
It feels friendlier than yours though.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
a
much
paladin.
different.
He's a
Oh, yeah.
paladin like you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel it, and then I'm just like, thank you. Pat him on the shoulder.
Lonan, can you assist me in the dissection?
Sure. And I have like my knife and stuff. That
Yeah, you're like my nurse.
You already have the knives laid out.
I'm
Yeah,
just like
you have all my supplies.
They're all like packaged.
And I'm gonna lower my goggles.
Before you do that, and you see you hear the flutter of wings as the twins get down onto the deck, and they're like kind of scowling at you guys. Can you guys move this one first?
Sure,
Where do you
we'll
wanna
pull it
move?
more onto the deck.
Yep.
Lucky Mel wants to fix the railing as soon as possible.
I'll help.
Sure. Yeah, Greg,
By
could you do
moving.
that?
I'll help moving.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna lower my
We can do
goggles.
Okay, roll athletic check.
I'll help him with him too. As
Oh, Akano actually just grabs it and moves it himself.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, he rolled a nat 20.
Big
Akano.
strong.
Akano, he like.
Never been more attracted to you, Connor. Okay, I'm gonna lower my goggles because I know this is gonna get bloody.
Bloody and dangerous.
And I'm gonna take out both two scuffles.
Oh, no.
Shink.
I'm gonna watch from afar. And suddenly I'm not afraid of heights as much.
Alright, ready?
Okay,
Be careful.
I'm ready.
so I am gonna get you to first make. One second. I want to check something first. I don't know the rule on harvesting poisons well enough.
I think it's just like whatever the DM says, so like, just give it to me for free.
No.
Yeah. Just be nice.
It explodes in your face.
So you are going to make a nature check.
Nature check. Alright.
Yeah.
Blow on it, blow on it. Rena, blow on it. Thank you.
What about me? Wow.
You don't got your bad luck.
Oh,
nature
not
check?
bad, not bad, not bad.
And this is on the first one. You'll have.
20.
I'm gonna make you make a couple.
22?
So this one allows you to. Which one do you want to do on first? The larger one or the smaller one?
I'm gonna practice on the smaller one, so I'll be better at it for the
Okay.
larger one.
Roll investigation while he's
How
doing
many?
this.
Oh, yes.
Lonan?
Sure.
So you managed to remove the tail safely enough, and the sack is the sac and glands of the poison is removed from the tail, but you don't have any poison harvested yet. You have the glands removed to a safe location
Okay.
first.
I rolled that one.
And that one, you are like intrigued. You actually get a little poison squirted in your eyes. No kidding.
Okay.
But you don't notice anything. Okay.
I'm just gonna stay
What's
vigilant.
next?
Another nature roll.
Is this
Actually,
is
this
a
time
different-
I'm gonna do.
medicine.
I was gonna make you do a sleight of hand roll, augmented by your. Do you have proficiency in a poisoner's kit?
No.
What do you have proficiency in?
Tinkering, thieves' tools, cooking tools, alchemist supplies, and herbal supplies.
I will. You let it be augmented by your either alchemy or herbalist. Probably alchemy.
Okay. Sleight of
Oh.
natural 20.
So you manage to harvest.
Come on.
A lot.
The whole sack.
Give me all the poison in the world.
What is like the what is how many stacks are you generally in a dragon? Is it just like a number?
It's I don't know.
You manage to harvest 4 vials of
4
wyvern
vials.
poison from this.
Wyvern. Is it poison or venom? Poison.
Venom, because venom is injected.
Venom.
So, and you would know 1 vial is enough to either coat a weapon, or it's like 1 dose. So you get 4 doses of the poison.
Just like normal poison, but
Yep.
it's the wyvern.
So I don't notice him getting this at all.
No, you see it happening, but you didn't notice anything special.
Okay.
Okay, I will move on to the second one.
Okay, and let's do a nature check first again. Say, unless you want to mix up your strategy.
Oh, can I do medicine? Now that I know it's anatomy.
Yes, I will let you do medicine instead now.
Okay, medicine. Actually, no, nature.
You can do nature, so I was like, you're better at nature.
Yeah, nature. 19.
19. Okay, so 19. You don't extract it as perfectly. You do miss out on a couple of glands this time.
No.
That you don't burst, but they're too badly damaged to extract safely.
Okay.
But you do manage to get. But this one, it is the larger creature, so it has a larger poison sac to begin with.
Nice.
So now you have it in a safe position again. So
I'm
you can
gonna
roll
try to-
sleight of hand check again.
Oh, not as good. So augmented by my intelligence
Yes.
or my proficiency.
It's an intelligence sleight of hand check
with my proficiency.
with
bonus.
proficiency. Unless are you proficient in sleight of hand?
No.
Then you get your proficiency. Yes.
So that is 18.
18. So this time you're a little excited. You're like, oh, I'm so good at this. I know exactly what I'm doing.
True.
So, but your hand slips. You're not as careful this time. And even though it's a larger sack, you only managed to get 2 vials
Okay.
of wyvern poison from this one.
Alright. Alright, guys, I've harvested the poison. If you want the rest of the bodies for you, take what you want. I'll be in my study.
Wait, the skin isn't worth very much. The scales are quite fragile. Take what you want, you two, and then get them off the ship.
But is there anything of value for these, like the teeth, perhaps?
I mean, I don't care much for them, but I don't care much for animals that aren't of Bulera. I would say maybe they could be used in potions or alchemy of sorts, but not that I know. They could be used for some sort of jewelry and sold at a price at least.
Is Pippin already gone?
Yeah, I started walking away.
Pippin, before you leave, would you
Yeah?
prefer to have me take the teeth out? Is that of any
It's up
use
to you. We could maybe make arrows out of them. Like arrowheads.
They would be large enough.
I will
Just
try.
poke them out. Here's a pair of pliers.
I will try to. I'm gonna grab the pliers and I'm gonna try to extract as many. I'll return the pliers after, but
That's
I'm gonna
fine.
try
I
to
have two.
I'm gonna try to extract as many teeth from both of them as I can, and but now teeth to claws. Any size? Like what's the size?
The claws are much larger. They're probably a bit closer to like knife sized.
Pretty sharp too.
Yeah, pretty sharp.
Okay, I'm gonna get
But
teeth,
more pointed. More
teeth,
pointed.
claws, and talons. And I'll-
Okay, so I'm gonna make you roll a couple medicine checks. But roll one medicine check for now for the mouth of one. And what do you want to do, Gray?
I'll maybe take a scale from the big one, and then I'll just help with the cleanup after.
Okay, and you can roll, while he's doing this, you can roll an investigation check.
7 medicine.
7. So you are having a very hard time getting the teeth out of this the smaller specimen here. You only managed to get 3. And you aren't able to get any of the other ones loose. And you're guessing these ones
3
were...
teeth?
Yeah, 3 teeth. And you're guessing they were knocked loose by something.
Should we mount the severed head on the front of the ship as
Because
like
there is a
warning?
severed head.
Or we could keep the severed head.
I mean, it's got no teeth.
Why don't we
No,
give
he
the
hasn't rolled
I
severed?
haven't rolled.
You can roll
Oh,
for that
okay.
one now.
I don't know.
Better. 16.
You get a 9
Okay,
teeth
so,
from that one.
so a total of 12 teeth.
The other ones were either too broken or they weren't really a good shape for an
We
arrow
could give the
anyways.
head to Vitril. I'm sure he would like it.
And he comes out,
Vitro.
and he's a little monkey.
Vitro, would you like this?
Would you like this head? You can freeze it in your snow. Okay.
Well, then in front of the ship it goes then.
For the ship it goes.
Yep.
We'll take, and I'll chop the
I got
other...
another 11.
I'm gonna chop the other head off the other one.
Okay.
You do notice that difference in anatomy while looking through the two. You notice that there is like some sort of like it looks like the male, which you can you guess is a male maybe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
One's
Maybe.
got big boobs.
You notice that the larger one has kind of like a larger like
Chest.
a larger chest, and like the waist kind of goes down more leaf, while the other one kind of has a kind of a rounder body
Okay.
overall.
Right.
Yeah, while still being fairly thin.
It's one's really curvy and sexy, and the other one's big and strong.
Pippin has negative inspiration. I get to deduct any amount from any roll you make for the next foreseeable future.
I'll go to the big, strong-looking one,
Okay.
and I'll try to like pull
So the one with the bigger chest, or
Yeah.
the okay.
I think.
Which one? I was like, which one's stronger to you? I don't know. I was like, this is what we're ending now.
I'll go say those are like pecs. I'll go with the bigger chested one.
The bigger chested one.
Yeah. I'll start pulling some things off.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's kind of like tight, like skin onto its bones there.
One for
Lonan cut
souvenir.
the other one's head off too.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have
Oh.
one head and the other head has like
So both
lipstick.
dragon heads are going to be brought to the front of the ship.
What a mess.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of them has lipstick and eyelashes.
So if there's like a post that we can like put them on or whatever, hopefully.
There's a single post at the front of the ship.
So small one at the bottom, top, a big one on the top. So like all the way through and then big on the top.
Did I say you could do that?
Akano, this might prevent people from approaching us in the future. That if they know they
I
we
hope-
can kill wyverns, then
I hope these weren't endangered. Could be poaching.
Yeah. This is kind of barbaric.
and I'm gonna push the ones on the edge. I'm gonna push the big one off with my foot into the air.
Okay.
Does it just fall into nothingness?
Roll an athletics
I'm
check
gonna
to
like
see if
lean
you can
over
do
like
that.
and just look to see.
No, roll to see if you can even do it.
Athletics, you said?
Yeah.
15.
15? You can push it, but it takes a little while to actually get it over the
Okay.
edge. And it does just fall, and eventually it disappears.
Okay.
your view.
Yeah.
Let's get the small one out of here as well too. Time to clean the ship. Feel bad for making it such a disgusting area.
I'll get the mops.
Poaching.
So help me, Gray, and then we'll grab.
Okay.
And then we're just.
So how do you got it? Are you just like rolling it? What are you doing? Because this one is like in the middle of the ship.
I'd say just rolling it.
Sure, just roll it off. That's nice and easy.
Pushing
Okay.
it off.
You guys can roll a perception check one more time.
Perception.
I'm not
21.
21?
11.
11. So, Lonan, as you're rolling it, you feel, as you're pushing, you feel kind of like your hand slips as you're pushing onto its abdomen, and it kind of feels weird. That's it.
Oh no.
What's the price?
It ate eerie.
Stop, Gray.
Okay.
And I'm going to cut into its abdomen.
Okay. And as you cut in, you actually notice, you go to slice, and you notice a small flap on the larger part of its stomach. That, when pulled back, reveals a small scarlet-covered rock, possibly?
A scarlet
Covered
covered
rock.
Scarlet-colored rock. possibly.
I'm gonna pull the rock out and just expose everything else that's inside of its abdomen or stomach.
Nothing. It actually isn't the stomach. You pull it back, and there's actually another layer of softer scales within.
It had a pouch. What is the rock? How big is the rock?
The rock is about the size of Pippin's head.
It's like a
I'm
carrot.
gonna pull the rock out. Looking at it, does it hurt my hand when I touch it?
No.
Is it egg shaped?
It's like bumpy and weird.
It's an egg.
Ah!
Yes, a dragon egg.
A wyvern egg.
A wyvern egg. Okay.
We can cook it up for breakfast.
As soon as I grab it, I'm gonna run. As I'm gonna hold it as careful, and I'm gonna like scurry downstairs to Pippin.
I've got 2 mops. What?
Pippin. And I'm just like my hands are over it. And I'm just gonna show him.
Oh, it's so cute.
I'm just gonna finish.
It looks
pushing
like
up.
a bumpy rock.
Oh, what's that?
I'm just gonna push.
I'm not too
the
sure.
body.
I don't even have to roll.
Would we know what this is?
You can assume what it is, but you don't know for certain.
We can only guess that it's a wyvern egg. At this point, I mean,
Egg.
yes, an egg. You know what an egg is, correct?
Yeah. What do you want to do with it?
Well, perhaps we can hatch it and make it our own. I'm not too sure if that's a thing or not.
Probably. Should we come quickly downstairs?
I take my.
Let's make an
I'm
incubator.
gonna take my my cloak, like my hefty little cloak off. I'm going to wrap it around the egg, and I'm going to walk downstairs.
Hey Erie, how are you doing?
And as you sarcastically greet Eerie, silence for a moment.
Uh-huh.
And that's where we're going to end the session for today.
Cool.
We got a little
A
baby
new
wyvern
member.
egg.
of the
Are
party.
you serious? We have a freaking dragon egg. Can I put that in my inventory? Or is
Yeah.
it kind of well, let's put it in the group inventory, I guess, at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll remember.
Okay.
That's so cool.
Hey, thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank
A bit
you,
longer of a
Spirit,
session than
tuned in
normal.
the whole time.
That was so
Appreciate
good.
it.
Yeah, always appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a longer session
It
tonight.
was.
It was.
We had a shorter one for the past couple because of like reasons, obviously. So
Right.
like,
Um,
we wanted to make it a bit longer, you know.
Thanks for
For
watching,
you guys.
everybody.
thank you
Yes,
for watching. Thank you for the
Yes.
follow as well, too, guys.
Thank you for the
Appreciate it.
follows.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
Twitch Prime again for Nick.
yeah the sub.
Pass this over to Nick there.
Oh yeah.
Very
Files?
appreciated,
Yes.
Spirit. Now I can use the emojis.
Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna
Okay,
add
guys,
that.
you guys all have a great night. We will be back next week for another session of All Fun and Dice. Don't forget to stick
around.
around.